You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
They confuse us with so much life. Just come on this way. who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the Lord. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up to judgment day. Oh, just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites did today. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go on this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites did today. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, 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 we just can't go this
We gotta save it. Oh yeah, my sweet TNT. Oh yeah. We used to sing sweet, sweet Trinidad. To leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those verses we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing. Pundits on each pulpit saying, "Oh, heart and our soul decaying." Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare, not bliss. While editorials ask, how did we ever come to this? But so long we hearing, you got to stand up and be counted. But daily we're intimidated. Every day our next witness silence while we recoil from the violence. In our land there is a crisis, broke police, unruly ISIS, while sweet revenge gangs exacting. Police commissioner still acting trim. They go, it's high time we separate the goat from the sheep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. While them police busy playing hide and seek. We're facing the world when we had to reap. Hey. Oh yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh yeah. getting on. We're fighting, making porn. Us schoolgirls, you won't believe. Live MMA, they're pulling weave. Check the vibes, they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline to Movado. Mention my stroke, they don't know. No morals, no ethics. There is a centrifugal black hole. Lord, we must move quick to wake their conscience and save their soul. So long we've been hearing evil triumphs when good men do nothing. No triggers pump while words be frotting, and while church attendance real low. Protest back plus them casino, while black market prices haggling. Through a port with big guns they smuggling. Spanish women are hot like their music. Saucy salsa, human traffic trend they go. We can't wait. The devil making hay while we sleep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. While we look on them as more mothers who weep. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, Now the nation's soul has been revealed. How they find Shannon Banfield. Busy street, yes, in our city. Killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one infraction will propel us into action. Trend they go. The time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why I'm still saying time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted. Not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution. While from you guys, some arranging on the seas, cargo exchanging. In the Gulf, drugs, guns and women. And the Coast Guard cannot stop them. Trend they go. The time is now. Look how the murder rate leap. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Before more of our daughters, they put us to sleep. Must stop this world when we have to reap. Time to stand up and be counted. We must defeat this threat they've mounted. We cannot wait for no messiah. Like Nero fiddling through the fire. But while the flames we keep romancing, the grim reaper keeps advancing across the land. He casts his shadow, flashing victims to the marrow. Trend they go. The time is now. Look how the price we paying don't steep. Why some labor keep? We're caught in the world when we have to reap. We need a fresh new broom for a broad crime sweep. Must stop this world when we have to reap. Save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. get up one morning and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it can how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. I say we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we have to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it there easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licks from the slave master to become the land owner, brother, is a terrible journey. Back with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me, man. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, cover, cover. Cover me. Cover me. Cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, we say it doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on. You have on a pink t-shirt, a purple t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt. Each and every one is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. Doesn't matter what planet you're from, Mazatania, Xena, Uranus. Each and every one is welcome in the village. And this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, though, come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Meditate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what we say, ladies and gentlemen? Our anthem here is that we originate, we don't imitate, we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And we put those things in words for you to prove that that's what we do here. Take a listen.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And of course, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And as you come in, ladies and gentlemen, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 or 973-609-6509. I'm going to bring in my pal, the man himself, the one and only, Uncle Tommy. Tommy, where you going?
Good, thank you. And great to see you this evening. And a special good evening to everyone in the village. I know that it's a great evening to be alive because when you consider what happened in the Potomac last night, it saddens you. But for the most part, in all things, we got to give thanks.
Of course. So, Tommy, let me warn the audience one time before we get going, right? You all know, you all can already hear that my speech is somewhat garbled. Yes, it's garbled.
Yeah, I see you wired.
And, and there's a big reason why, folks. My mouth is wired. And today, I had the splendiferous opportunity to get braces. Tommy, I thought braces was for young people.
I thought so too.
That's
But
what I thought.
nowadays you could be as young as 70 or 80.
Yeah, let me do this real quick. Let me see something here. Okay, I think that's okay. Yeah, I decided about a month ago to get braces. Now, there is another one called Visalign.
Here's a line
Right?
where
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a plastic.
Right. But they didn't recommend Visalign for me because I think my son had Visalign, right? So they recommended braces for me. So, you know, it's somewhat uncomfortable, but there's a dedication with us here that, unless it's something where you're away or something, we come here in order to do what we have to do. So, I ain't gonna try to do too much talking tonight. And
Okay,
even though
well,
my wife told me today that's very hard,
I
she
know. I had
said that.
braces when I was in my 20s. So I
Oh, you actually had braces?
when I was in my 20s, late 20s.
Okay, okay. Late 20s. Oh yeah, maybe yeah. But braces are expensive, man.
Well, the employer paid for it at that time, so
No,
I
no,
didn't
no,
see
no,
that.
no. Nobody ain't paying for mine. I pocket. I financing that on my own. It's a good penny, but sometimes you do things. You treat yourself a little bit. A little few of the teeth and them was bending up and going sideways, going their own ways. You
Yeah,
know?
as we get older, you know what happens.
Yeah, one teeth get vexed with the next one and tell them, partner, I moving away from you, yes? I can't deal with that.
Boy, can I relate to that?
Yeah, so I went to we had no anesthesia, man.
I had a procedure done yesterday. I started removing my amalgams because
Oh,
I'm
okay.
getting rid of all of my amalgams because it has been determined by one doctor that's contributing to a problem that I'm facing. So it's pretty involved. I had 3 done yesterday, and in 2 weeks I'm gonna have the other 3 attended to. You know what I'm talking
And
about?
what are hmm?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. What are they replacing it with?
With the white stuff, I think they call it composite.
Yeah. I have quite a few white stuff too, but I may have to next time I go to my dentist. I'm gonna also ask him about that too as well.
You have a few amalgams.
Yeah, I think I have a few. And then that is in the earlys, and then they started using the white stuff.
Yeah, yeah. The amalgams were fine then, and then they realized that it allows mercury to least seep into your system, which
Oh,
is
okay, yeah.
which is bad for you.
Right.
So my
So yeah.
condition that I'm experiencing that's been determined to be or diagnosed to be leaky amalgams
Mhm.
because I had these amalgams put in about 40 years ago.
Hmm. Yeah. Something that I have to fix too as well. So let's go to the chat. Mr. Intellectual say, blessed evening, pro, uncle, and all villagers. Hope you all had a blessed and productive day, meeting all our goals. If people claim to be educated on issues but have no idea what they are talking about, instead of making fools of themselves, just hush. You know? Yeah, there's a saying that says it's better to keep your mouth shut and make people think you're a fool
And to
that
open
you're
it up
open.
and let them confirm that you are.
Correct is right. Tommy, there's a question for you. Uncle T, how do you think we can change the system that have we in this condition?
First, we need to get the right operatives in our places of decision making, which is going to be a human's task, I can imagine, because when things
KFC, hold on. KFC, hold on. Go ahead, Tommy.
when there are things that are confronting you and that you can see clearly, and you have people in denial and not wanting to face the realities. For example, that ruling that has just been granted or just been rendered by the Privy Council. If you think about the way people are treating with that, it makes you think that the sycophant attitude is what have and keep us in this way, in this fix that we're in. Because if people are honest, and especially the fourth estate, if they would do what they're supposed to do and educate and edu- you know, elevate the masses, then we wouldn't be taking the crap that we are taking. Because when you're talking about billions of dollars just disappearing and people acting as though, you know, it's no big deal because it's somebody making an error who's supposed to be looking after our best interests. It's sickening. It's really sickening to think that some things can be staring you dead in your eyes and you're in denial. People in Trinidad have to wake up and realize that all they're doing is keep repeating the narrative. Oh, they stole plenty, they stole. Come on. If they stole, then they should be brought to bear for it. If they weren't prosecuted or persecuted for it, then you cannot prove that they stole anything. But we can see clearly what happened with the Treasury this time. It's clear that there's fuzzy math and monies are missing that hasn't been accounted for. Let me say, I don't want to say anymore before I get too emotional about it.
Nah, we needed to say more. KFC, welcome. KFC. KFC. All right. Wait. Hold on. KFC, welcome. Sorry about that.
Hi, good night, Mr. What's your Uncle Tommy, man?
Good night, man. What's happening?
Good night, KFC.
Man, I'm going to my neighbor and take my wife pipe again, man.
Say that again? What?
I'm going to my neighbor and get no wife pipe again.
Oh, you ain't
going to break up, man.
All right. Again, you won't know.
You got hooked up.
I'm I was taking before I was over in next side now.
Yeah.
But them different. Them are never overhead. They were never on the ground now.
Yeah.
So the fix it up and thing in there. Right. So I was good night and listen and you could on the beat on me. I come back to Unji, Brooklyn. And everybody, I know we are writing to talk about now. So I know you're not starting the program, so I inside up to understand.
Yeah, man.
Love
Bless.
respect.
All the time.
Right.
I see a voice, no just come in there. I'm gonna play it before the voice don't get old and stale. I'm gonna play a voice, no there. Yeah, and then we go come back to the chat. All right. Caribbean Soul. What Caribbean Soul over? All right.
Good night, Mr. Washington. Uncle Tommy. So, Mr. Washington, a radio host, the pastor, tried to build a case today. What happened with Stuart Young and the other fella and the lady who was trying to ask question, trying to say that that lady did went in a crime meeting with Kamala and she two sons was something with the Sandy Grande police and thing, and she get two lawyers and thing from Kamala. And what? So what Pastor Google trying to tell the public is if it is a UNC, don't go and ask the PNM ministers and MP nothing. They don't have to answer nothing to you. But then they just come and say, well, PNM is a national party and there's a party for everybody.
Unity.
It's a party for everybody, or just a party for the PNM people. And I can't really say the PNM people because some of the PNM people can't even go and speak to them. They don't need the big heads and them could go up to them and speak. Good night, Mr. Washington. Uncle Tommy again. Mr. Washington, the whole nation maybe see that Privy Council clipping now, by now. Why Colin Murphy not under investigation? But he do business because now he money coming out from his pocket. When he lost a case, taxpayers' money go pay that. So he not really business. Distraction come up again. Hereward Christopher under investigation for the gun amnesty because two men carrying a sniper rifle. Real distraction in this country.
Yes, she got arrested. Tommy, let me finish with the chat first. I want to get back to that. So, Mr. Intellectual, Tommy gave his answer. Uncle T, have you ever been among bright people who carry their people into failure? Oh God. Yeah, but I know joke, you know. Volsang, good evening, Walls, Uncle Tommy, Hanif, and all intelligent contributors. Good evening to you, Volsang. All right. Look we partner. Yeah, look we partner. Busy. All right. Them fellas in waiting, boy. Brooklyn.
Good night to you, Washi. Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Good night, Brooklyn.
Kunji. I say good night to Kingsley. I know you listening with the tail between your legs. You don't call me listening. Good night to Kingsley.
Why you just pick on Kingsley, man? Why you just pick on Kingsley?
Man, I don't pick on Kingsley, man. Kingsley feel I want to be the what you call it, king of the airwaves.
Yeah.
I want to be like he. I just give him, I just pull his string. You see, he want to call her because he don't have much program no more. He called Dale program and tell Dale that when he calling Dale program, I mean Dale program big in the dance because the king of the airway calling the program. He said I don't come Wall Street and them five viewers program. Yeah, they can't hear me on them program. So he to come now to call. You know Brooklyn hearing when he say that. You know Brooklyn go hit him. So he listening, but he tail between the leg. He frightened to call. You saw they say, yo, I fighting to live. He frightened to call. Kingsley call, man. It's one love. You know Brooklyn is just pull your string. So the world can hear you. Call and pick up your boy Donald Trump. Call and say something, Kingsley, because I know you're listening. Because you went and Pastor Google show and tell Pastor Google where you heard on Wall Street show the night before. I catch you, Kingsley. Wall Street. I would like you to call Gary Griffith with this thing. Because this is a big thing, you know. So we would like to hear Gary Griffith view on your show. You used to answer your calls. Let me see if you can answer your calls just to get information on how this woman can sniper rifles in the country and think normal things he never do yet. So let me leave you a little go with the show.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Gary, call. I don't let him talk nothing about Kamala Pasadi Sessa. We don't want to hear him talk about the UNC. Only calling him to ask some questions to get some inside view from him on the rifles and why Ola Christopher was arrested. Nothing about the UNC. All right?
Okay.
Right,
cool. Yeah. You go call him, man, and he ain't gonna ask.
Ola Christopher in jail?
Yeah, she got arrested, man. All right, let me play it. I wasn't gonna play it, but let me play it. She got arrested, man. They arrested the woman, yes?
The commissioner of police get arrested. We reach.
Brooklyn
the one who needs to get him arrested is the finance minister.
Do you love Tommy? You're being generous. All of them should be arrested.
Yeah, but start with him because he's the one who trying to perpetrate the fuzzy mat.
But Tommy, let me play this video first, and then I'm going to get to that. Tommy, what an abysmal failure Prime Minister Rowley is. Failure first class. Now listen to this. A failure in security. First, second, and third highest among the murders in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. A failure in security. The Minister of National Security is a failure.
Oh, Lord, that's another story.
The Commissioner of Police is a failure. Now she got arrested. One thing you have to give Dr. Rowley credit for, he's very good at picking failures. And don't forget he picked Stuart Young too. So he go get gold, silver, and bronze in the crime Olympics in Trinidad and Tobago.
If he be able to run out before the shit hit the fan?
Yeah, you go bust it. You go bust it out of Trinidad. You busting it. Leaving Trinidad. He busting it out of Trinidad.
I hope they arrest him before he leaves.
Yeah, he go bust it out of Trinidad. He busting it.
No, he has to be arrested.
Tommy, he watch. As soon as he give up them blue lights, because you know once the anointed one, the minority gonna run the majority. You know, no more blue lights for him. So he had to give up them blue lights. So folks, financial guru, hold on.
Yeah, good night, Professor Walsh. Good night, Uncle.
Yeah, hold on. So folks, Brooklyn, Gary Griffith is not available tonight. Okay? Just so you know. Right? He's not available tonight. Financial guru, go ahead.
Yeah, good night, Uncle
Tommy, you're getting Uncle, Professor Wall Street. I see how you're going back in time with braces.
Yeah, boy.
I know that's the feeling. I never do it, but I know a couple of people, including my older sister, do it. So you're in good hands when you get that straight now.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
You know what it is, boy? It's all them mango I eat when I was in Chumakak and biting the seed and all kind of thing.
Well, it's always,
And eating pomsite and shatine and all them kind of things.
Twice a child, but I hope it's a child in a good way, so you will have many more years to come.
Thanks, sir. Yeah.
I've been listening for your show for a couple of days. I haven't been kind of busy, but I'm also not under the weather. But just a couple of things I wanted to hope that you could touch on. And with regards to Mrs. Harewood, I think she hasn't been arrested. I was listening to Ian Allen. I think she has been detained.
Listen.
That's what they say.
Wait, financial guru, yes, know I don't come to this station unless I confirm my facts. You know that.
All right. Well, if you say that,
I confirm it. In Trinidad, did I say detain, which is the same as arrested?
Well, the thing is, I'm just saying, just hear me out before, because that's not the, as I said, and they're saying it is an allegation that two sniper rifles were given to the SSA head. I forgot his name. But anyway, I guess we have to see what is going on with that. But the purpose of my call is a couple of things. One is, and Uncle Tommy and you were talking about it as with regards to Mr. Conlin-Burt. Mr. Conlin-Burt is a failure. And I have been saying this for years. You cannot put a mechanic on the taxiway with an A380 that has 2 damaged engines and you want him to fly. Conlin-Burt knows nothing about finance. He knows nothing about accounting. He has an economics degree. So what? He has an MBA. He has a degree in law, in procurement law. He has a number of things. He's a book sense guy. He has a lot of brightness in terms of this is what the Rowley administration gives. A lot of people who have a lot of book sense, but lacks the natural instinct to be a financial manager. And I'll tell you this, I would like you, if possible, because I sent it to you earlier, and I know I saw you played it. I'd like you to play that I have to say scenario with Mr. Douglas Mendez, SC, where he was totally at loss. He was lost at sea as a senior counsel, presenting an argument that shows demonstrably that Mr. Imbert and Dr. Rowley, who backs him up, they're wasting taxpayers' money, and they're totally biased in their responsibility with regards to the money of Trinidad and Tobago. And I have to point this out, Professor Wall Street and everyone, having worked in the finance industry and still do, that you can't have a $2.7 billion mismatch. $2.7 billion. And you don't have the documentation. First of all, you have wrong information being provided. You don't follow the processes. And then to top it off, when you try to bully the young lady, Mrs. Ramdas, you then start a probe for something that is based on your era as a finance minister. And I'll tell you this, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street, I just want to go over quickly why is Tom Imbert doing this? And I told you there are a couple of things this Rowley administration is not being accountable for. In procurement, with the airport, with a number of things. But here's the issue why he was so pissed at Ms. Ramdas. You see, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street, Trinidad and Tobago is in serious trouble. I've been saying this continually. We have 69 billion with a B years. This is from the same 4Ds, that article that we were talking about. $69 billion over a period of 9.5 years in deficit budgeting. Okay? We have 143 billion in external and internal localized debt. That means our debt to GDP ratio, which is about 76 to 77%. Rowley and Inbut took our debt, external and internal debt, from 65 to 143 billion, which are B. That's when people don't understand why he's doing this, why he is so pissed at Mr. Ramdas, and why tonight we're not sure if he's going to go back up as legal market is. Our external debt, our forex, is at 5.1 billion USD, not 5.57. It has dropped from October. These are updated figures, and people could check it. So that means, Professor Wall Street, our external reserves are less, not more, than our forex debt obligations. And what does that mean? That means simply one thing. It means if we were to pay off our forex debt, we would be in the hole, meaning we don't even have one there. I heard Mr. Davanant Tanku talk about it's 38 million. It's minus 400 million approximately. So that means we would now have to dip into our heritage and stabilization fund. So the reason why they could send Douglas Mendes, and as I say, I have met Mr. Mendes, I worked with Mr. Mendes before when I was in the PSA as a union rep, right? And the fact is, that was a waste of taxpayers' money. And they have a meeting, they had a meeting today. I don't know what they're talking about. But I will dare Stuart Young, Keith Rowley, and whoever in the PNM, put back Mr. Imbut. Put back Mr. Imbut. We need to show these guys up because this with Mrs. Christopher, I don't know if this is a distraction, but these guys are taking our country down a precipitous road. We don't know with regards to Mr. Trump when he has come in. You see the things he's doing, talking about attacking, going into Panama, Denmark. He invited Marco Rubio, now is going to Guyana, right? We don't know what will happen. Nobody's wishing bad for the Dragon gas or the Coquina field to fail. But we don't know if that OFAC will be signed. And we don't know if Shell is going to introduce new gas for our fields. We have not diversified. And I'll leave you with this. These guys don't have no innovation, Professor Walsh and Uncle Tommy. You know, within the last 10 years, do you know our innovation index? We have fallen, we were 163, ranked 63 in the world. You know what it is now, Professor Walsh, today? Do you know in terms of innovation, where Trinidad and Tobago lies?
No.
Take a guess. We are 103rd. 103rd, Professor Wall Street. So this is why Mr. Inwood has to go. Please, I would ask you, play that Douglas because it will show you. Douglas Mendes is a senior counsel, 30-something plus years of experience. And he looked embarrassed. It was an embarrassment to when the lady justice pulled him up, that he didn't even know he was discussing or arguing the case. That is a waste of taxpayers' money. And now, here's what happened. They will have to pay costs to Ms. Jaiwanti and Anand Ramlogan, right? And then when it comes back down to the lower court to be processed, I will see what is going on. I want to hear all the PNM people talking because, you see, this is not about PNM. This is not about UNC. This is not about independence. This is about standing for the right things in the country. For too long, this country has been taken for a ride, and we are paying the price. And we cannot afford it when we have Mr. Trump in power, and he means business. I want to see if people are willing to just look past and vote for these guys. Mr. Colin Inwood should go. He needs to be fired and reviewed and sent somewhere else. I'm with Dr. Rowley and the rest of them. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Uncle Tommy and Professor Walsh, if you can.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
man.
night, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So,
what do you say makes good sense?
Absolutely good sense. In 2023, Global Innovation Index, Trinidad and Tobago was ranked 98 out of 132 countries. This places the country in the middle to lower range globally, reflecting challenges in areas such as research funding, technological adoption, and innovation-driven policies. So there we have it, 98 out of 132 countries.
If the majority of people, or the people in Trinidad and Tobago, decide that they want to put this RPNM back into power, I think it would be like they're going mad. It has to be.
Well, we are hoping that we are educating them enough to see what's going on. But take a listen to this. This is the press release regarding Erla Christopher.
Breaking news. Police Commissioner Erla Christopher Harewood has been detained for questioning and is in custody at the police headquarters in Port of Spain. The top cop was detained at her office at the police admin building on Sackville Street. It is in connection with giving the authorization for the importation of prohibited weapons, namely 2 high-powered sniper rifles. The former director of the Strategic Services Agency, SSA, Major Roger Best, was also detained at his home last night for questioning on this matter as well. Deputy Commissioner of Police, Suzette Martin, is leading the investigation.
So in Trinidad, Tommy, and I asked my sources there. So when I saw this, right away, I said, boy, I have to make a call. Because you know, Tommy, we not like this fella here. Let me play this before we go for the break. We not like this fella here. Let me play it for you. Right? We like to do our homework. I want you all to listen to this before we go for the break. We not like this fella here. Yeah? I want you all to listen to this. We not like them, you know. You understand? Them fellas had to raise their standards, man. They had to raise their standards. You know?
Put a state in a mess. They put a state in a total mess.
Yeah. They're scraping.
That's why the population is in the state they are, because they're not being informed effectively.
Exactly, Tommy. 100%. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Right? Listen to this. This is from the pastor with the internet search engine program. Listen, all the listener.
Price hearing what Monilal said, because them don't like country. You see that incident with that plane? Them was wishing that Carl lose the record they have for the safest airline in the world.
You hear that, Tommy?
Mm.
Hear that? Lose the record for the safest airline in the world. She didn't say one of the safest, you know, the safest. And the pastor with the internet search engine name wasn't smart enough to say, you know what, boy, let me fact check that just to be sure. Just let it go, because there's another PNM from the Go Along Get Along PNM gang. Take a listen.
Good. Miss, you had to call me back. I don't know what happened. Your call dropped.
Fact check. Caribbean Airlines, headquartered in Trinidad and Tobago, has maintained a commendable safety record over the years. However, it has not historically been ranked among the world's safest airlines. The airlines that consistently earn top spots in global safety rankings typically include Qantas, Air New Zealand, Emirates, Japan Airlines, Korean Air. This clarification addresses a misleading statement made by an individual associated with the Go Along, Get Along PNM gang, emphasizing the importance of accurate information when discussing airline safety and rankings.
So there you go, Tommy. As simple as that, Tommy. Misleading information. Misleading. And we are responsibilities too, you know. Right? As much as possible. You hear the financial guru give you something?
That's
right. You look it up. That is how you inform and educate people, not to mislead them. Like how the pastor with the internet search engine. All they want to do is to mislead people. Right? But when we come back, folks, I want you all to listen to this. And I want to call this person too. I want to call this person because this fella.
Try this honey trick.
This fella have testicular fortitude. Yes, Tommy. He has testicular fortitude. When we
that's
come
what's
back,
needed.
I
said that's what's needed.
That's what needed. What we need in Trinidad is people with testicular fortitude. Right, folks, we're going to go for a quick break. We'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We'll be right back after this. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And again, don't forget to share the live. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's get it out there that we are bringing the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Because all we do is speak truth to power.
There you go. Let me get back to the chat here before we get to this calypso. And I want to, let me see if I could get Kurt Allen, man. I tried him, Let me see if I could get them. Let me try and see here. All right, let me try him again. So, folks, we're trying to get the last version of calypso. Because this calypso you see here, this calypso here is our boss calypso. Big boss.
He probably will be the 10th.
Yeah, but sometimes you might do like the pastor with the internet search engine and come outside and answer the call. All right. So we didn't get them. We go try again. Busy says, good day, Uncle Tommy on Wall Street. All listeners locked on, share the live. How come they don't lock up people? And that is what this calypso is about. Who can give an account of over 2.5 billion but rather investigate a COP? Earlier, Rowley use you and dump you like Gary. Another distraction from main important issue. Today menu, pak choy, bhaji, with sada roti and bay leaf. All right, busy. I like that. I know about that. Volsang says, Hanif, in my respectful view, education and being honorable do not necessarily run parallel, as we presently experiencing the powerful in many an instance and none desirous to empower others. All right. Hey, look, one of the PNM triplets, Slimy. Slimy, welcome. My name's Slimy, yeah. Slimy, welcome. Good lyrics, boy. Thanks, Slimy. Thanks. We glad you like it. We glad you like it. Caribbean Soul, welcome. Trinis have talent. Yeah, Trinis are real talent. Sipasad Ramnarayan, welcome. Sipasad say your phone down, boy. Your phone down, what I'm dead. Oh, Wall Street, how come you're not hearing media station talking about the Privy Council response to the Auditor General? We go play that too tonight. We go play that. We playing that too tonight. Patricia, welcome. Blessed evening, Professor Warshall and Uncle Tommy and you all villagers in the village. Enjoy your evening and be safe. Look, Gordon Joseph. Another one of the PNM triplets. Good evening, members of this platform. Hope your day went better than good, but depending on who you believe and give a place in your life, you can have a better night. All right. Yeah, KFC. KFC going again. Kizzy, welcome. Yeah, KFC. On some.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Washit and Uncle Tommy again.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Washit, they playing the video with William Mono or Shorty pulling the dog. You can't nothing else to do. I want to know what's happening to youth in the community.
Yeah, we playing it. Yeah, we go play it. We playing it. As a matter of fact.
And when you don't go so come on the foot and back like potons.
Yeah, that what I'm telling you. The termite and potons, yes. That what I'm telling you. Yeah, man. Yeah, we put our video together. We put it one together when Stuart Young was calling black people in the PNM termites and potons. Then he disrespect the woman. Then the same fella in the parliament calling the honorable opposition leader, they're going in the bathroom for Zami. That is the man who we going to be next prime minister. Boy, they're real good enough. You have to give them credit. Kizzy, welcome. Answer one, Uncle Tommy, blessed. Good night to you both and everyone in the village. The code is yellow, boy. Yeah, the code is yellow. Must be yellow. Cameron, welcome. Good night to the WZYE team. Tommy, look your partner. The next one in the PNM triplets. The Belmont Millfielder sit on the bench. Share the live, spread the propaganda. You don't say that about the pastor with the internet search engine, you know. And he came on this program and admit that he on radio to spread PNM propaganda. He tell you, he ain't lie to you, he tell you. But the PNM triplets ain't got nothing to say about that. I had to laugh at that intro disclaimer. What is that? Volkswagen said, Walls, if you was a drinking man, I would say you had a few. Nah, I never have a few, boy. It's them that braces, boy. And the Snoo welcome.
Mr. Walshit, Uncle Tommy.
Welcome.
How you doing?
All listeners, especially the UNC listeners. Good night. To detain someone is what? To keep them from opening the door, from moving, to make sure they stay one place. but what's the difference? When they say they lock up two in Beatham and they lock up two up Lavantil, or two are detained today by the police.
Yeah.
So they just, when they detain them, they just they put them one place to stand up and talk to them.
Yeah. They just put them.
In other words, layman was, you see, the woman was locked up.
She got arrested.
She was arrested.
Arrested
means to detain. You could detain someone from time you arrest them. Detention of within a police vehicle. Under the police putting a police vehicle to detain you. From time they arrest you, you are being detained. And when you go to detain or arrest the top cop without substantial evidence. These police don't go and arrest these big people just so. The evidence that they be put together properly. So just like when they lock up somebody in Lavantil, she lock up.
Yeah.
For the caller who called just now, right? Well, Christopher is locked up.
Yeah. She got locked. She arrested.
Right? She's been arrested.
Yeah,
and they don't arrest you. These kind of people don't be arrested unless they will be charged. The police who does lock up police don't come for you just so. Ford squad. One man ever got away from Ford squad in Trinidad and Tobago is a man they call Bill. He take some money from a homosexual along by me. But he's deceased now. And when they question him, they said, nah, he wanted me to lie down with him. And he make all the police laugh in Ford squad. My brother was working in Ford squad at that time. They said, Ford squad don't come for you just so. And then Ford squad went for her. The police went for her, them don't make mistake. Them don't lock you up just so. They don't arrest you just so. It's a shame. It's a shame on the PNM. Right? It's the PNM who choose that lady. And it's so much of
correct.
Every day we see the PNM crumbling. day by day the PNM is crumbling. Enough is enough Wall Street.
Yeah.
And to me. Yeah, the country, I mean, it's the first in everything. It's the first commissioner to reach on top. Not by her brain, but by her body. Not my words. A resigned senior superintendent female. She said it. She said, I don't know you, but earlier than reach on top just so. By her brain. She reached by her body. And that she legs good. Some part of she face good. But the woman is a total dance. The woman kind of answer question. And it seemed like the PNM. I mean, like, I don't know. If something went wrong somewhere, but they give up. They give up. It's too much, boy. Too much by Wall Street, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Too much of we in a little country like this to deal with. I believe it. She make a history, you know.
What?
It's the first commissioner to be ever arrested, you know.
Right? I'm looking, as a matter of fact, Anderson, I was just
it's
looking
the first
up.
commissioner to say,
Go ahead.
pray. Prayers. We know the commissioner must take it to the criminals. She want to take it to that Bible. Bible, let's sign up on high powered rifles. What gain they go do, boy? So when they leave him for the little boy up through my cock. Up Prince Galan.
Yeah.
Beat him, seal up the East West corridor. Enterprise show on us. Who bringing in the guns? Who signing up for the guns to come in? The little boy in seal tent. The little boy in Passley Street. Yeah, the little boy in Aroka, Shogunas. Or the 6 and the 799. It seems like it's them signing up for guns to come in. And that is not normal rifle, eh? Or I call some senior people who know about rifles with licensed firearm holders and them thing and at the bottom of it, they go come out, you know, like mouth open to you jump out.
Yep.
Heinz John them go call in it just now.
Yeah, man.
Remember what I tell all you? Heinz them had a call there too. What you tell you on this?
Yeah, man. Bless.
The place hot. They're not hot right now.
All right. So, folks, I just did. All you know, we just do it here, right? There have been instances where police commissioner or high-ranking law officials have been arrested in various countries. These arrests often occur due to allegations of corruption, abuse of power, involvement in criminal activities, or other serious misconduct. Here are a few notable examples. The United States, Bernard Kerik, former New York City Police Commissioner, 2000 to 2001, was indicted and later pleaded guilty to charges including tax fraud and lying to White House officials. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison in 2010. In India, Sanjay Pandey, a former Mumbai police commissioner, Pandey was arrested in 2022 in connection with a phone tapping scandal and alleged corruption during his tenure. Rahul Sharma, a senior Indian police service officer, faced arrest in 2024 over allegations of corruption and misuse of power. South Africa, Jackie Salibi, former National Police Commissioner of South Africa. Salibi was convicted of corruption in 2010 for accepting bribes from a drug trafficker. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison, but was released on medical payroll. Then we have Mexico, we have Brazil, we have Kenya, we have the Philippines, right? So, yeah. Ola is in big company. Mr. Carnage, welcome.
Good night, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
To bring to the panel tonight.
Yeah.
If the head of the Security Council was aware about these allegations towards the Commissioner of Police. I just come in, so I just touch base. I'll be calling up any program later on.
Yeah, man.
More info what the program is all about.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So, folks, I want to play this for you. Let me finish the chat real quick here. Let me see how quick I could finish this. Sipasad Ramnaran says Wall Street, the Privy Council said they should be investigating the finance minister. But you're not hearing it in the news. But if it was Kamala, all the news would have reported. Correct is right. So folks, if you hear me singing like I'm gargled, it's because I went and get braces today. Braces, boy. Braces, boys.
You have a biased water state.
Yeah. Volkswagen said he thought I was junk. Slimy says, we should be at the forefront of moving TNT forward. We need to start with AI. You know, Slimy, that is the best comment you have made since you joined us here. Really? Yeah. Take a bow for that. Take a bow. That is real. That is real. Yeah. Hey, Slimy, real. You know something, boy? Trinidad need to jump on that AI model China release for free. Slimy, but you on the know? Slimy in the know, boy? Way. Slimy, I might have to drop you from that PNM triplets, boy. Nah. You have to stay in there. You have to stay in there. I thought I would have to drop you, but nah, I can't drop you. A video welcome. Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, good night. Orange in the house.
Good night, video.
Slimy said, imagine government ministers being replaced with AI robots. No more corruption. Slimy on a roll tonight, boy. Slimy, you know, you put on that PNM education. Slimy, let me ask you a question. Did you have anything to do with that sign up in Mover where they spell that thing wrong? And then you went up in Sandy Grande with that PNM education that all of us gain? I started to wonder, you know, Slimy, maybe Patty had something to do with it. Or, you know who told me? Gordon Joseph. Gordon Joseph was part of that. We go pop that follow just now. They can't even spell. That is a PNM education. All we need is 5 smart UE students to jump on that model. AI is the new goal. Correct is right. 100%. Robert Nesbitt, good night. Glad to see you all on the air. Good night to you. Ban Meha, welcome. What is the schedule of this show? Tommy, where Ban Meha does come out? What do you mean, what's the schedule?
Just tell him Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday is in the village from 7 to 10 TT time, from 6 to 9 US time, East Coast time.
But we don't know.
Sunday from midday to 3 or from 1 to 4, depends on where you are. It's Let's Talk Politics.
All right, good. Carice, welcome. Good night, everyone. Just passing through. Good night, Tommy and Ansem. Carice, where you been? Banmea said, nah, the COP in jail, unbelievable. Isn't that crazy, boy?
Yep.
Prime Minister Rowley pick a commissioner of police. And that commissioner of police in jail. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail. He pick a national security minister. And he has been an abysmal failure. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail. Oh boy. Slimy say they're hunting flamingos in Trinidad we reach. Okay. No arrest happening. Gordon Joseph says, but plenty of us want to hear from Gigi about KPB because some of us get the things he and Mr. Jack Warner said. Okay. Sipasad Ramnaran said, Wall Street, where I work every evening, I see how the children from the junior secondary school behave and the prestige school children.
You know, I have to say I'm sick and tired of Gordon Joseph.
Why? Why are you sick and tired of him?
He forever, but KPB and Gigi, they have any power this time? Let's talk about what's going on today, about who's doing what today. What is that about? What is that about? Oh, the KPB and Gigi and KPB and Gigi from the past. I'm sick and tired of it, man. All these distractions. When the hell is we going to hell in a handbasket?
Tommy, that is what the PNM there to do, to just distract. Look how words tie you people up. Patty, good night. Look the next one of the PNM triplets come. She go get vexed to calling me that just now. Wall Street, she was not a oh God. You know, again, Patty said she wasn't. Oh God, Patty. Patty, please. Tommy, I call reliable sources that have contacts with the TTPS. And I said, wait now, the thing saying that she was detained. He says in Trinidad, they tend to use detain instead of arrested. But she's arrested. They could spin it however they want. And here she comes trying to spin it. She comes trying to spin it.
I want to know what the Portland State is staying in Trinidad at this particular time, if they're spinning it too.
And that's the problem with these PNM people. It's just like the woman talking about Caribbean Airlines is the safest airline in the world. Where she get that from? Where she get that from? And she comes and regurgitated on the pastor with the internet search engine program, and he didn't have the common sense to say, you know what, boy, let me look that up, just to be sure. He just leave it alone. And here comes Patty. But I have to give them credit. They're very consistent in their behavior. Ask this caller what is meant by understatement. What? Who talk about understatement? Was that the financial guru? Oh boy. Here's Gordon Joseph again. I'm wondering if not speaking the truth when you should could cause your teeth to have problems with your tongue. I need someone to fact check that, my friend. But listen, we fact checked it the other day when you said the Bible didn't say render your heart and not your garments. Don't forget that. There's another one we fact check you again to show you that you were absolutely incorrect. You said the Bible didn't show it. Well, listen, I say I wasn't supposed to be talking a lot tonight, you know. And my wife told me.
And do not waste on distractions, please.
Yeah. In but still no money in missing. Leon Adams, welcome. Gordon is trying to distraction to cover up his evil PNM cult failure was a blind deaf PNM sycophant years. Oh God.
You know, anything in say is true, right?
Yeah. Anything. Anything. And the law lords want to know how come Imbut is not being investigated. Yeah? How come Gordon Joseph and Patty and Slimy? Yeah, KFC.
Hi, good night, Mr. Worship, man. Uncle Tommy, man. I hear putting diamond bracelets in your mouth, man. Give me a smile and light up the screen, man.
Yeah, boy.
Mr. Worship. In the ghetto, they lock up the black boys on Mr. Vansillan. What will they say? She get locked up.
Yeah, she get locked up.
Lock up.
She get locked up.
She went on cock up.
She get locked up.
But her lockup is going to be a dream compared to Joe Public.
We're going to lock them people up, but too much wickedness and oppression going on that government. But Mr. Worship, the warlords, he's supposed to get arrested.
Long time. Long time.
Let's thank God for that water general which should come out and talk to, you know, that was clear. Them thieving money since Jesus Christ was a little boy. This country can't move forward at all.
Yep.
That was East West corridor, and we suffering, so.
Yep.
I see how I'm the ball man on the TV and the last version. You have a nice club, so?
I go and play it now. Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Bless. Let me play this here. I'll come back to the chat. Folks, listen to this, and we try to call him. This Calypso here, but he ain't gonna go nowhere with them PNM judges though,
True.
When he go down Skinner Park and thing.
But
maybe
the judges are them gonna be fed up and finally do the right thing.
Yeah. And I go try to give him toilet paper. I go send the PNM go send people down there with toilet paper and all kind of thing. Yeah, they're not easy, no, Tommy. They're not easy. Only listen to this,
I just want the state to do the right thing.
Do the right thing, right? All of them should be playing this Calypso. All of them, every one of them. Listen.
For the end of the legal limits of this term, I will resign this office and go off to my family.
Before you go, before you pack and run away, I wanna fly. Before you go, before you think you'll get away. When you began in the Senate of opposition and waited your turn. Then with Manning as your PM giving directions, you study and learn. You paid attention to Robbie Pandey Kamla, observe there all their mistakes. So there is not one excuse that you can make, none that we can take. Cause we give you a turn to ride in DPM1 motor car. We change the whole interior with propaganda, it's smelling drunk, sour. We gave you 2 turns as PM of this nation. So now it's my Creole obligation to give you a turn before your resignation. It's we who call, we call it apostasy. It's your turn now. It's we who be Bobby, like a Bobali. It's your turn now. So if we say you are a bully, don't take it personally. Your turn now. Go tell your friends and your family, it comes with the duty. It's your turn now. Do not believe that we are afraid to call a donkey a ass or a spade a spade. They pepper you like a chow, Dr. Row. It's your turn now. Before you go, before you pack and run away, I wonder what Penny and Amy have to say. Before you go, before you think you'll get away, you tell the world you go lock Calder heart up. Once you get the vote. You say the buck is going to stop at the DP top when you took your oath. The airport scandal section 34 email it like a raging bull. You declared war and we took the bait. But since you get your turn, nobody in jail for corruption. Since you get your turn, no members of the opposition in prison. Since you get 2 turns, you promise to set things right. White collar crime, you vow to fight. What is a set-back with no fight? Remember, it's we who call Pandey racist. We even call him rapist. Your turn now. Silver Fox end up in jail till he come out looking frail. Your turn now. So if we say your government represents the 1%, your turn now. Really rich get richer. The poor man in the gutter. Your turn now. Do not believe your powers of Lekato could overthrow the power of a Calypso. The ancestors wouldn't allow Dr. Row. Your turn now. Before you go, before you pack and run away. So much unemployment, but still you raise your pay. Before you go, before you think you'll get away. I remember deceased Patrick Manning named you Rot, the Rottweiler, because every car that passed around the corner, you chased down the tire. Political battles that came your way, you stood up and fought. And when they came with their slander and say you took them to court. So we gave you a turn to guard, protect and defend the treasury. We gave you a turn to secure the national security. We gave you 2 turns to be the mastermind. Reduce violence and crime, but murder's at the highest of all times. Remember, it's we who call Manning emperor. We call him a dictator. Your turn now. We treat patos like a louse. They give up Alice house. It's your turn now. So if we say you are a puppet, you're lying in but pocket. Your turn now. And with your shining bald head, we find your tread and natty tread. Your turn. Well, do not believe because you brought Manning down. You come do the same with the Calypso Crown and then Holy Agan down. Dr. Rowe, your turn now. Before you go, before you pack and run away. It's well-washing behavior, just as Patrick said. Before you go, before you think you'll get away. After 45 years of public service, you deserve arrest. So you anointed as you're that too young to try with the best. Now we hearing that your support base having real problems. Next election, they voting for a caring face to sit at the helm. Cause you failed in your turn to diversify the economy. Yes, you failed in your turn to create a real creative industry. You failed in your turn to be a superstar. Legalize marijuana and make Fitzgerald the line minister. Remember, it's me who called Kamala Trunka. She's smoking marijuana. Your turn now. Where you say what's than that? You talk about she cap. No! So if she talk about your father and the young thing that you slaughter. Your turn now. But wait, did I mention your $1 million pension? Your turn now. Well, do not believe you invincible or that youngster is really capable. Look, I hope that you don't get vexed, but young Stuart, it's your turn next. Before you go, before you pack and run away. Well, now you know how the people have to say. Before you go, before you think you'll get away.
Tonight, Mr. Washi, Kaiso, I go, Kaiso, boy. Big Kaiso, what should I be ante for 2025, boy? Your turn now. Oh, that Kaiso, they feel you go make it in big yard, boy? Scared of parrot now, but the thing in my Kaiso. I outside with my UNC flag now and taking my Kaiso. Some Kaiso now wake up and singing what going on in the country that what we want. Bring back. The Kaiso then sing the world really suitable in the place, Mr. Wash it. Roll it. Your ball clung. Your turn now. You suffer the people in this West Corridor. I look so this. The Kaiso. Play it again.
Put on your mic.
But anyway.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, my mic was off.
I feel good. I didn't cancel Christmas.
That is it. It done. It done with it.
Good. I didn't have to cancel Christmas.
You know, he did the research that man did for that was unbelievable. Everything he done here. Everything.
Yeah, but you had to still cancel Christmas.
You had to cancel Christmas. I agree.
Let's call it Kwanzaa.
Yeah, you got to celebrate Kwanzaa.
Shit. Something bothering me real bad right now, and I have to call you. You see why the PNM, the street of Onso?
Yep.
Like Aisha and them?
Yep.
You see yesterday that video, it was this lady wasn't walking with Soto on him? What's she name is?
Princess
Primus?
Oh, Jennifer Batiste? No, I didn't see that one.
Was she like a blinder? Before the pass, how the search the name pass?
No. That is the one up in Monroe community. Huh?
In Grandview.
Yeah, I saw that video. I have it. But I see the pastor.
You see the pastor?
Yeah.
Camera, but you see Jennifer Batiste Primus?
No, I didn't see she.
Well, she had to watch over that video. She was front and center.
But Why?
You see why they shoot Aisha and the cry, the new crybaby, you know?
Yeah, they deserve that. They deserve to get it. They deserve the abuse. They love abuse.
Yeah, they deserve that.
They love abuse.
Because they're running right by because of that red book. What you tell me? Like Aisha really going back, you know?
I know she going back. Listen, I ain't say nothing. But I read body whispering me right here. He says she going right back in the bosom of the piano.
Right there. Right
Yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah. I ain't wanted to say
But
nothing.
anyway, what she just you see the live video, the voice?
Nah, I ain't see it.
You need to take a look at that live voice. You trust what anyway. Yeah.
Send the link for me. Send the link. Send the link.
I said it already. I said it last night. You didn't open it.
Oh, I ain't opened it yet. All right. I'll go look at it.
It's in your chat.
Yeah.
Enjoy your night.
All right.
Uncle
Cool.
Tommy.
Tommy. You frozen. He frozen. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Hi, good evening. Thanks very much for the opportunity.
Yeah. Caller, could I ask you a question?
Could you do it after I finish making my point, please?
Okay, go ahead.
Nice. I've committed myself, once I get the opportunity to speak, not to lie, not to pelt mud, not to insinuate something that I don't know about. But I would only talk what I know about. And if per chance I'm wrong on something and somebody bring it to my attention, I definitely will make the adjustment. All right? So, I'm starting with, listen carefully. Forget about color ears. Just listen with both ears. King James Version. Joel chapter 2, verse 13. Rend your heart and not your garments. It is a phrase from the Bible, a call to repentance and a reminder that outward sorrow is not enough. So if anybody want to accuse me of lying, you're over 21, you wouldn't get locked up for it, go ahead. That's my first point. The next point. I am so appreciative and thankful when I see the few good moments here in Trinidad and Tobago. People study, pass the exams, time coming, and awards are given out, and they can tell you how difficult and how challenging it was. It was not a walk in the park. And today, they are so satisfied. And sometimes not just them, the parents, the guardian, those who were there supporting them, friends, relative, family, and so on. All right? And I want to encourage the youths of Trinidad and Tobago. The opportunity is before you. You might not be able to fly a helicopter, a plane, steer a ship, or even drive a car. But because of the opportunities that are available, you could end up even in a better position than those persons who are so allowed at this point in time. It could very well start with the book. If not the book, because you might be like a whole lot of us, not really academically inclined. You might be sporting inclined. Whichever direction you take, if you really, really go extra board, wholehearted into it, and it have people I know for sure in Trinidad and Tobago who will be willing to assist and to help just because you have a heart towards upward mobility, getting in a position where you could not only take care of yourself, but help others. And it have people willing to help you. All right? And I also want to say, you see this, what we are hearing there about the Commissioner of Police and so on, I could tell you even before it happened, I could tell you the outcome of this. Hear what the outcome of this will be. You want me to tell you again? You want me to tell you again? I didn't think you want me to tell you again. But I just tell you what the outcome will be. I could entertain your questions now, sir.
Caller, do you think Stuart Young disrespected that young lady up in in Roger Monroe's constituency? If you saw the video?
No, I did not see the video. I just hear you talking about it. I hear a piece of Google today.
Okay, what about
I didn't hear that.
What about
That part of
Curtal
it, so
and
I cannot
Calypso?
say.
What about Curtal and Calypso? What do you think about Curtal and Calypso?
When the Calypso came on, my wife came in and we were in deep conversation concerning the plane crash there in America.
Okay,
so I didn't
cool.
hear the Calypso.
I'll go play it back for you. All right?
Okay,
Okay.
no problem.
Thank you. So, folks, let me go back to the chat here, and I want you all to I'm gonna play what happened in. You see, folks, we have to understand, Stuart Young is the prime minister in waiting, and one thing we know about Stuart Young, he's very disrespectful. Stuart Young on a platform in the PNM call black people termites and pottongs. Stuart Young in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago said people was going in the bathroom to make zami. Stuart Young. And yesterday, Stuart Young disrespected a person in the constituency. And you know what I've noticed now? Stuart Young is the spokesman now for black MPs in Trinidad and Tobago. All you remember when they had the security press conference and they asked Fitzgerald a question, Stuart Young answered the question. Now we go up there, the woman asks Monroe a question, and Stuart Young want to answer the question. So all in a stop now, Stuart Young is the person to answer black people questions when black people ask it. Stuart Young, he's now the man to answer the questions. Stuart Young, there's something else coming for you. There's something else coming for you. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Rima, welcome. Slimy says, from what I can make of the caller is talking a bunch of rubbish. Okay. Yeah. yeah, Patty. Slimy high. Oh God. Patty, all good, They're good. Patricia arrested doesn't always mean a handcuff in a person's hand. She's not arrested. No, she's not arrested. You know, Slimy, you know that. You know she's not arrested. Yes, Slimy, she's not arrested. She's not arrested. Financial Guru, welcome.
Yeah, Professor Wall Street. Two things I just wanted to know. You know me. We had to keep things precise. Now, Anderson told you that detention is arrest, and I think we have to be a little precise in our definition, because in British common law, this is until I go and I check, which is applicable in Trinidad and Tobago. There's a distinction between detainment and arrest. Detainment, also known as detention, refers to the temporary holding of a person by law enforcement officer for the purpose of investigation or inquiry. During detainment, the person is not necessarily, this is what it says, it's not necessarily under arrest, but your freedom of movement is restricted. Key characteristics of detainment: temporary holding for the purpose of investigation or inquiry. Freedom of movement is restricted, not necessarily under arrest. The definition of arrest. Arrest, on the other hand, is the act of taking a person into custody for the purpose of charging them with a crime. When a person is arrested, they are formally accused of committing an offense and are taken into custody formally. Key characteristics of arrest: taking a person into custody for the purpose of charging them with a crime. Formal accusation of committing an offense, person is taken into custody. Key differences: detainment is for the investigation or inquiry, while arrest is for charging a person. Duration: detainment is temporary, while arrest can be lead to a longer term custody. Formality: detainment is less formal than arrest, which involves a formal accusation of committing an offense. So when I said that, and I'm not saying this because I'm making it up, this is actually under the difference between detainment on an for SOE purposes, for example, as opposed to being formally alleged and indicted and taken into custody. So we just need to be careful with that. The next thing I just wanted to point out quickly, with regards to Mr. Imbert and this issue with Miss Ramdas, the issue content I pointed out, actually Trinidad is worse than you said 98. I just rechecked it. Trinidad is 108 out of 133 countries, Professor Wall Street. And I wanted to point out one last thing. The reason why Imbut was so insistent in crushing Ms. Ramdas is because we're going to have to possibly borrow money again and run up our deficit once again in an election year. Look out for the mid-year review, because the numbers can be off. And if that 2.7 billion, that mystery 2.7 billion, which they say is about 750 million off now, if that is not corrected, we are going to be affected. We're going to have to probably go to the capital markets and borrow again, blow up the deficit. And our credit rating, which right now we are stable with 1, and we just 1 grade above what is called junk status, which is what is called speculation status, and we're actually in junk status with another rating agencies. All of these things, Con Imbert, Keith Rowley, and a whole bunch don't want people to know, but we have to keep them on course to be deemed to office whenever the election is called. You can't argue with the facts, Professor Wall Street. Facts are stubborn truths.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Slimy says she's not even detained. Oh God. Slimy, right? Oh, they're good though. She was calling in the office for a meeting. All right. Okay. She was calling to the office for a meeting. Caller, welcome.
Hi, Wall Street. Bless evening to you.
Hey, who is this?
This is Aisha Wells. How you doing?
Aisha Wells. Oh, your song. Oh, your song. So what happened?
No, while I'm listening to you and the people move over the fender calling up my name while I'm having my dinner and saying I have to call in tonight.
You make a bake?
No, I make a bake tonight. I make a bake tonight. I want to move over the fender, go and make a bake.
Aisha.
So Wall Street,
Yeah.
what's going on? Uncle Tommy, how are you?
Uncle Tommy, somehow we get lost. He coming back in. So it's me alone. It's me alone right now, Aisha.
You take contact of yourself.
Yeah.
So I going back. I going back.
Eh?
I going back. I
Yeah.
saying yes. A birdie tell me going back. Somebody.
Yeah, Aisha, I wasn't saying nothing. I was keeping it secret. I read Buddy whisper in my left, right ear. They say, boy, Aisha Wells back in the thing. I say, really? I said, but me calling Aisha Wells.
Somebody always tell you something.
I read Buddy tell me that.
Always tell you something.
I'm telling you. I read Buddy tell me that.
The latest in the politics, what's going on?
But listen, I see Dominic Romain, PNM scraping the bottom of the ILP barrel now.
How you could say that?
They scrape.
Dominic Romain is not talk show host?
Let me repeat. Scraping the bottom talk shows way. And debunking the UNC lies or whatever it is, or whatever you call it.
On Facebook and on YouTube.
Yeah. Listen, Aisha Wells, the PNM scraping the bottom of the ILP barrel. And Aisha, when I see that, boy, my heart hurt me. I said, well, look at that now, boy. Aisha Wells, he just come in the party in 2015. He used to be bad talking in PNM and Power 102. He and what is it, Dane Francois, the one who know in the thing down in Port of Spain East down there, the market where the market used to be. The PNM game I work there now. Yeah? And the PNM game here work on a board too. Eh?
I know Dane Francois.
Yeah. Them used to be ILP and they used to be right there where you was, Aisha, on 91.9. Knocking the PNM left, right, and center. Now
I cannot tell you what is the criteria that the screening committee is looking for when choosing candidates, but I know I faced the screening committee and I was not what the screening committee was looking for, so I cannot pass judgment on anybody that the screening committee picks. I will not do that.
But Aisha, if you go when you go back, me have no problem with you going back. Seriously.
You like Bacchanal, you know?
No, but
You studied what going on down here. What going on up there with your president? How you doing?
no what the president says. I know you're trying to shift the goalpost, eh? But I said
Well, you're seeing that
I,
quickly.
I go shift the goalpost with you. Aisha, hear this. What we president doing, he meeting with Prime Minister Rowley. Because you already met with the Ghanaian you already sent Rubio to meet with the Ghanaian president, you know. They ain't sending nobody to meet with Rowley and Young. Why? How come?
I do not know. You just asked me some kind of questions. I answered out here now.
No, because you in the bosom of the PNM silently, Aisha.
I at the bottom, I mind my business. Why all you always putting me in something? If my fellow talk show host and them in putting me in the Bacchanal, is you put me in a Bacchanal. Why all you always putting me in Bacchanal Wall Street?
But Aisha, let me ask you, please, don't go and make no live and cry, eh? Please. Do whatever
No,
you
I
do.
won't. Trust me, I won't. Trust me, I will not.
Don't go and make PNM go take care of you. But don't go and make no life to cry for them to take care of you. You understand?
So on another note,
Yeah.
what is the Bacchanal going on with I hear somebody trying to run for embassy.
The attorney fella, you know.
You know him all?
Aisha, who I don't know.
Like give me a little ask who is he, where he come from and everything about him.
You work in the DPP office. He's working in
He
the
work in
DPP,
what?
DPP office. Aisha.
Do you think he will get in that?
Yeah. They go get him. Young and vibrant and intelligent.
So how you think him will deal with that?
He have no choice. You go try to mash up the whole thing, but you have no choice.
Well, this is some interesting times in politics.
But Aisha, I don't understand.
Going home Wall Street.
Huh?
When your partner resigning?
Who's that?
Your friend, your partner who used to carry all about New Jersey in fancy Jeep and you rent all kind of high looks and all kind of Bacchanal.
Who's that boy?
So you don't know your partner who you carry to ring bell down by NASDAQ?
Partner? Oh, partner. I to ride horse with him?
Yeah, you're playing like you see how you play smart?
No, me, I don't know.
You see how you play smart?
Tell me who you're talking about.
The Prime Minister.
Oh, the Prime Minister. Well, you know. But listen to this now.
When he was up and down New Jersey with him, that was your partner. When you could have called him on a Sunday morning while Sharon cooking macaroni pie, that was your partner, but he's not your partner now.
No, you're my partner no more. You have poor black people suffering. Can't be my poor partner if you have poor black people suffering. You can't be my partner. Yeah? Yeah, but Aisha, what happened to yes, Chochong buff that woman up in Monroe. What is in Sandy Grande?
She's in Grande.
Yes, Chochong buff the woman boy. She in the constituency.
I saw the video either late last night or early this morning.
What happened?
I told myself when I first saw it, what kind of thing is this? I saw it. It looked like he pulled with the MP from speaking with the woman, and it looked real little boyish. And I'm saying to myself, I am a ground person. I am an activist. I am the ground. And if I am an activist on the ground and see that type of response, I would not be receptive to it. Grandi have a mentality like Tobago. They're very, very funny. Not anybody could come up there to campaign. Whoever advised them to go up in the manner which they did, they take everybody from outside of Grandi and went up there. In my humble opinion, was a bad idea.
Bad public relation.
I would not have advised them to do that.
Aisha,
right?
Aisha, I'm glad you say that. Bad public relations, bad. And you know what make it worse? You know what make it worse? Stuart Young talking for a black person, just the way we talk for Fitzgerald Hines in the National Security Press Conference. Let the man talk. That's his constituency, and you pull him away and walk away.
Well, should you remember when I went to Bago to campaign for the PNL? And that cost me from Mason Hall to Charlottesville?
Yeah, remember that?
That cost me them to Bago and them cost me. We come up here for the campaign, go back to that. Sandy, Grandi, and Togo people have the same type of mentality. You cannot impose yourself on them. That's one. Two, Patrick Manning and Pandey and them old time politicians had a style. People used to cuss them, you know. You know that Mr. Manning used to get cussed like rain when he walking.
Yep.
You can remember a man do so for Mr. Manning.
Yeah.
Show him 3 fingers, he hand cross up.
Yep.
What did Mr. Manning do? He smiled and he politely walked away and not. As a politician, you cannot show any level of arrogance. People looking. So I find that response was a little bit on the arrogant side. At the end of the day, whether it was staged, because I hear people saying it was staged, whether she wasn't staged, whether she had something, it is her member of parliament. And if she is displeased about something, what the hell let the woman cost? Let the woman say what she had to say, let him listen to it, and then he pick up himself and he politely move. Or he tell her to come to his office. You had to be able to be a politician that the people could work with. But when you can't talk to nobody and people pulling you away, that shows puppet behavior. They already didn't give a ministry, you know, for a big constituency like Randy. And then you have a man pulling you away from talking to people. I would not have advised them to do that. But you ever get any political sidelines watching on to it? I see Tommy come back. Hi, Uncle Tommy.
Hello. I've been having a little internet troubles here, but I'm coping.
I realize that. Good to see you.
Glad
Aisha,
to hear you.
Aisha, what are you going to be doing for this coming election, Aisha? What is your plan?
Business. Mind my business.
Nah, Aisha.
Was I a part of anything political for the last 9 years? Did I benefit from anything political for the last 9 years? Why should I put myself out now in the last few months for the politics? Wall Street, I have things to do with my life, you know, and my life to revolve around politics.
Aisha, see that they are PNM TV, you know.
That's all I'm here.
They are PNM TV.
No, Wall Street, I looking on. I will be watching the parade pass by.
All right, if you say so, Aisha.
So let me take it
But
evening
Aisha,
live.
Go ahead. Hold on, Tommy. Go ahead, Aisha.
Let me say good evening to my boy Caribbean Soul, to Kunji, to KFC, to Confusion Maker, Mover Defender, everybody who locked on. Good evening, guys. And I just locked on here and listening, monitoring. If I feel to call back, you know.
All right. Take care.
Aisha,
Tommy,
let me ask you a question before you go. What's your thought about the position and the plight of the finance minister this time?
What is my thoughts on what? Sorry?
About the position and plight of the finance minister. What do you think should be done with him?
In any real country, the finance minister would have respectfully stepped down. But I realize in Trinidad and Tobago, anything goes. So I don't expect anything to be done, unfortunately, with the Minister of Finance in this regard. I think it was an international embarrassment, however, for the courts to make such a decision and to label someone in charge of our finances as someone that should ask questions to answer. Yeah. So I look on, guys. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Aisha. Thank you. Yeah. Aisha, well, boy, the queen of talk, boy. It's always a pleasure. Anyway, let me get these few. All right. No, we got to get that in when we come back. Oh, God. Move on, defender. You have a minute before the top of the hour.
I can't believe you know the better.
Bob.
You make Aisha come and campaign on your program. You hear she calling for advice, and she would advise, and she would advise, and she would advise.
Oh,
what you make Aisha campaign on your show? You know?
What?
Nobody here I see here, but what should we know she going back?
Yeah, she going back. She going back.
She's so dread. She went before the screening committee, and there was what they're looking for. The run she.
Yeah. She going back. She going back.
What's the run she? The cause she stink.
I know.
And them cause she stink.
Yeah, I know she going back. She going back.
Now she going back again, but she would advise and she would advise. Like, come now. She's come now. She's so advised later.
Later, she going back. We don't, regardless of what. But oh God, we can't hold it against she. She's a PNM forever. She's a PNM. She's a PNM as they come, folks. We're going for this break. KFC, you gotta call after the break. Call after the break. We're going for this break, folks. We'll be right back. Stick and stay.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, WZYE TV on YouTube. Subscribe. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509.
So I want you guys to take a listen to this. This is the disrespectful, I said. Next Prime Minister in waiting, Stuart Young. Take a listen.
Hope you don't mind, I got to do this. I want to speak to my MP. So I want to know what plans you have for Northeastern settlement and environment. Roger has been discussing. No, I'm listening. I'm going to just direct this conversation to he. And you asked Mr.
You see? The question was directed to the MP, not to you. Let me take this. All right, COP, I'm going to take the call. I'll go stop the video and take the call. Go ahead, COP.
Well, say good night.
Good night.
And Uncle Tony, good night.
Good night.
Oh, Uncle Tony, come on when Aisha. Come on, so.
I don't know, you know.
And then he disappear and go on again. I'm Uncle Tony. We ugly or we are nothing or what wrong with me? Anyway, Uncle Tony, good night to you.
I haven't been in trouble, Spongy. I haven't been in trouble.
Good night to you. That free roller where head blocking there should I be a little higher up. Let the world see. Why the police will detain Ula? Why they will detain she? It's because they have probable cause that the only way you can detain somebody is when you have reason that they're in the act of committing a crime. And they can detain she. And they detain she for over 6 hours. No other country in the Western Hemisphere for the past 10 years that happened in the police service Wall Street. That's sad. That is an embarrassment to international. Look this video where you want to show there. When you see something like that Wall Street, it's because they put an inexperienced person, somebody with no experience, to go for that seat. Because somebody with experience will talk and answer and express themselves. When something like that happens, what happened to our country? What would happen to it? No representation for constituency, for community, and no kind of public relation. Because who want an MP that not speaking to the constituency? That is what Stuart Young, and you see the kind of arrogance coming from Stuart Young, why is them campaigner? You can imagine if this man become prime minister and leader of the PNM with that kind of arrogance and walk off, and the constituents walk off, pull him man and drag him and walk off and go anyway. To hell with shit. What kind of aspiring prime minister and what type of MP is that? It's a good thing we don't get that from the United National Congress. They will stop and they will say
everybody. Wall Street, that's rude and that disrespectful. But free Ola. Free Ola. Everybody call in. Just call out free Ola. Police service asked Trinidad and Tobago to free Ola. Because the police service and the PNM spoiled that lady.
Yep.
That lady was a transparent person.
Yep.
Them break the rules to make she commissioner of police and look at the position they put she in now. Wall Street. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And when Guy Griffith was commissioner of police, right? Did Guy Griffith ever get accused of anything like that? Where they had to arrest him? Huh?
Never.
Let's continue to listen to this. Disrespectful Stuart Young.
Okay, all right. I want to talk to him for myself. No, as you know, listen to me, hear me.
Right? The woman wanted to talk to she representative. Right? What Stuart Young doing up there in Sandy Grande? Right? He is the chairman, but the woman is living in the community and she wants to talk with her MP. But you big, bad, and bold. All of a sudden, you is the big, bad Stuart Young. Big and bad. You're learning from the man at the top. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail. You're learning from the Rottweiler. So you want to be big and bad, but he has been disrespectful in the past, eh? Or they take a listen.
You know, we have a lot of youths in the back here, when those are asking questions. Why are they running off? We're asking questions. I am asking questions. I have a lot of delinquent youths. Why am I supposed to put my hand in red for the body say? Stuart Young pull him away. I asking questions. If all they want my vote.
All they look past the Google boy, look.
All they have to shoot.
Look past the Google boy. Wait. Look past the Google. Look past the Google. Past the Google and he did too. All right.
Show me why I supposed to vote for the PLM. Why I supposed to vote for the PLM? I want to know why. So I tried to ask Mr. Monroe some questions, and Mr. Stuart Young would have pulled him away because they're shying from the questions. And the questions I would have asked, what they have in store for the youth on Northeastern settlement and environment, and the fact that they could shy away from me is because they're on folly, they're on shits. So, you all would have seen what take place in my area this afternoon, Northeastern settlement before. Where we are trying at my area representative, Mr. Roger Monroe, some questions, right? And now is the time he's supposed to stand up and talk to me and these citizens who want to know what plans that he have going forward for the youth, for the people of Northeastern settlement, for the people of Togo Sandy Grande. And Stuart Young pull him away. So you see, they want we votes, but they don't want to answer questions. We employing them to handle the affairs of our countries. We employing them. When you go to a job and they just have to go try an interview, so I went to interview them. And Stuart Young pull him away. A prime example. Imagine that. And then they come to shake your hand. Stuart Young comes to shake my family hand. And that is the first and the last time we will ever see them. We will ever see him sorry. Like Roger Monroe, 9 + 9 I didn't even know Monroe up until today. I never see that man in the back here. Never. And all they come to vote on yourself. Them is people not shame. Something has to be wrong with these people. How come? It's only when it's election time we see them. Why we didn't see them for years? They're supposed to come in a sheet. This is what they have in store for us. Jobs. Proper schooling. We plan to deal with the crime situation. Them come out and list tell we because we are the employer. They are the ones seeking employment from us. Because it's our vote, they need each and every one of us, all this is of Trinidad and Tobago. They need our vote, we employ them. And the fact that Stuart Young would have come with that kind of mentality and pull him away. What I'm showing you. What that's showing you all the Trinidad and Tobago. Now, me ain't cuss nobody, me ain't embarrass nobody, you know. I ain't even blame the people who are walking about with them because they must give them a little something. I ain't vexed. But I went to direct my questions to Roger Monroe and Stuart Young. Pull him away, all you see, one watch the video again.
Choices very carefully. And this is what I'd like you all to think about. Actions and not words. Because you see, talk is cheap. And I've looked on throughout the last 10 years and seen how talk is cheap. They have some people, and I will say it again, who have just come out of the woodworks like termites and want to be leaders all of a sudden of the great party that we are. But you see, PNM membership think choices very carefully. And this is what I'd like you all to think about. Actions and not words. Because you see, talk is cheap. And I've looked on throughout the last 10 years and seen how talk is cheap. They have some people, and I will say it again, who have just come out of the woodworks like termites and want to be leaders all of a sudden of the great party that we are. But you see, PNM membership, going back to that period of opposition, you have some people who are now putting themselves forward for leadership positions in the PNM that seem to have just sprung up with the announcement of this internal election. Some of them have spent the last 7 years of a PNM government in power since 2015, doing nothing but criticizing and like little pottongs barking at our ankles as though they are the opposition. And now they want to put themselves forward and call themselves, firstly, PNM members, and then secondly, want to be PNM leaders.
Want to hear that? Caller, welcome.
It was good night and New York to me viewers and listeners. Well, she told you don't understand what going to like Christopher.
Tell me what.
Christopher tell Trinidad and Tobago pray. Then King Christopher Rowley went against she's the queen of the hive, right? She's the queen of the hive. And he went against the whole hive. He went and tell all the police and then they covered and they locked it up in the station and hiding in the dark. So when he said that, the queen had to come out and choose her side. Now, her job in the contract, in the contract she get to become police commissioner, her job was never to go against King Christopher Rowley. He won her. He said, I'm going to make you commissioner of police. I'm going to pull you up from the 12th position and put you up there. But you are never, don't matter, by any means necessary, do not go against me when I speak. She agreed to that. So when he come at the police and them the other day, and the police and them turned to the commissioner and say, you have to defend us. She was put in a position and she chose her police officers. And that was a slap in Rowley's face because she didn't side with him. All the time earlier, them sniper guns selling, she's selling things, nothing happening. On that low, nobody don't know what's going on. Remember that Rowley say, he had the code and the mafia, you know. And if you do anything against the contract that we have, I will kill you politically. That thing with Olade is none other than King Christopher Rowley getting she back for telling for she coming and standing with the police officers, right? As their leader, commissioner, Rowley didn't like that. She was supposed to buff them up, like how Rowley just buff up the media. So this all thing here with Christopher being arrested, that's a kind of a distraction from the real issue with Imbert and the law lords and them telling the people of Trinidad and Tobago and the police that they should lock up Inbert. And in order for Rowley to protect Inbert, he had to make the police lock up the police. Well, you see what's going on? Mafia country. Mafia thing in the country going on. Well, look good now.
Thank you. Diversionary tactics at work. That's clearly what's going on. Because the focus should be on Inbert and putting Inbert in jail.
Yeah.
And he can account for that almost $3 billion that is missing. And who vexed the laws? But I say what I have to say because I know what I believe. Right from day one, the Fourth Estate dropped the ball when they should have highlighted that and make that an important topic for the nation, for all the people of the nation.
We take this call. Caller, welcome.
Hey, good night, Mr. Hanson. Good night, Mr. Tommy.
Yeah.
Good night, all the callers, all the Texas, everybody alive. Happy to see everybody alive and well. Thanks to God. So, Mr. Hanson, that man, they call what is his name for Sandy Gandhi?
I think it's Roger Monroe.
Right. Is he the existing MP?
Yeah, he's the current MP.
So if he is the existing MP for the past 5 years and he hasn't done nothing, why you asking him questions for? You think he could change now?
No, well, they come to Mama Guide the people.
Yeah, but people know that. I wouldn't ask him no question. I don't want to say nothing to him because I know for the next election I'm not going to vote him. All right. How much promises PNM made to the citizens and never fulfill them? They could come and pre-call wash for them and say we could do this and create jobs and we could do this and they're not doing anything. You see, you can't do the same thing and expect a different result. So you will give them the next 5 years and they will change now? No, they would not. And this is the thing why I can't understand. When they come out on the streets there now for that campaign, everybody who living in that district supposed to stand up in the side of the house, outside in the side of the street and say, go from here, go from here, go from here. But you see, that's the thing. Don't matter whoever they do to them, they have the red in their heart. And they will continue voting for the same thing without getting any result. Look at that community where they're living in there. No lights. People living with no lights and no water for years. And you know what's the funny thing? There's a seat that is marginal. How come? How come there's a marginal seat? If PNM have the majority, winning that seat the majority of the time, how come they haven't done nothing for you? And you see the thing with Ula Christopher now, Mr. Hansley, right? I'm not calling her an idiot, but there's a term that is used, useful idiots. And coming close to election time, and useful idiots are easily replaced. They won't replace an MP, they replace people in certain parts in society in high places to make it look good for election time. She does in the wrong place at the wrong time. She take the job because she had no choice. Because when we already call for you cannot say no. Otherwise, politically, you're correct and that's the bottom line. So I don't blame her for what's going on here now. She's just a useful idiot. Election time, and there's many more to come before the man get the election date. There's a lot of people in positions going to get fired, and you're going to hear this and you're going to hear that. All I just see election gimmick. But Mr. Hansen, I ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you have a child and you're telling them every day 1 + 1 = 2, and every day you're teaching him it and he haven't learned it yet, would you always come back and say 1 + 1 = 2, or would you try to teach him in a different way?
Yeah, you teach him in a different way.
In a different way. So Roger Monroe is your MP for the past 5 years, did nothing for you. But you're still going to ask him what plans he has? He has no plans. So the bottom line is, do not vote for PNM, vote for UNC and see if we get a different result. Look on this to Mr. Hansen.
Yeah, man, bless.
Thank you.
Andrew, welcome. Good night, everyone. CJ boy. CJ boy. CJ. Oh, CJ here boy. Good evening. Professor Walsh and Uncle Tommy. CJ, welcome. Yeah, KFC.
Good night, Mr. Wall Street.
Yeah. Good night.
Bill Francois. You know, something about Riverside Plaza,
Yeah. Riverside Plaza. Is Riverside Plaza or the one on George Street?
The Riverside Plaza right on George Street, the corner George and Nelson, right taking the Shell Flex on that border too.
Oh, all right.
But Mr. Wall Street, Mono looking like a baby pig, eh?
Don't call him that. Don't call him that.
Well, by the way, but what should I? Kingsley sent that video from me today early this morning. I watching that video. But still, tell me that spokesman for the black community, no.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, he's a spokesman. All on a sudden. He's a spokesman for the community.
What the honorable Cameron Professor say? Rowley really our you know. He train on that Rowley, you know.
Yeah.
You know different to Rowley, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But as I disrespect you, man is a resident of the constituency, she asking MP questions. You pulling the man and going with the man.
Yeah, because
I wake up and see,
because he feel he could do it. Remember, he answer Fitzgerald's question in that security conference too. You understand?
Yeah.
He feel he can answer questions for them.
Oh, I'm that one on the TV, the Juki face.
Who is that?
Korean bird. He wasn't Rowley boy?
Nah, they going through now. He going
through. Skin get loose, sir. Skin tighter.
I guess so.
I don't understand.
Yeah, man.
You like pink skin, you know?
I know, boy. Something. Yeah. Yeah, caller, welcome. Caller.
Thank you very much. I agree too that Florida. Yeah, we're going on asking the man what plans you have when the government have a site where you can see all what their plans are for youth, for old people, for everybody. When you go in there, isn't that what the Chumacan will call election gimmick?
So caller, can I ask you a question? Caller, why are they going there?
Please.
Why are they going there? No, I want to ask you the question.
Politicians do.
Why are they going there?
The politicians go around for people to see them, for them to kiss two baby, hug up two old ladies. That's what the politicians
So
do.
why can I go to ask you questions when you're there?
It have who, when they see that will move them. It have who, when they see that will cause them to put the vote for the yellow or for the red. So that's why the politicians and them do it. That's why they do it. You understand? How much of them go and say, okay, we are seated here or we are standing here. Could you submit your questions? Or how much of them doing that? But if somebody come up to them and say, hey, gay, we like you, we're voting for you, sure, you're getting a hug and you're getting a high five and you're getting all kind of things. But if you come up with something as I believe that lady did because she has a history, if you come up with something that could be what Wall Street might call election gimmick, then that is I will describe it as the amateur response that you might get because I don't believe they should turn away anybody. I don't believe they should turn away anybody, even though you know in your heart that this person coming with an election gimmick question. You understand? You should be big enough and mature enough to know how to address it. Use it as an opportunity. You understand? I would say, look, listen, we have a website there where it have all the activities there. So you don't need to ask that in case I might make some mistake in answering you. They have everything there. As a matter of fact, it has so much persons from Sandy Grandy who have accessed some of these opportunities and are on course for greatness. That's one. I also feel that the citizenry have a responsibility to let these men and women know, don't come on here only when you want something, because some of us, there are people who have child or children who need medical attention and they need funds. There are people who need help with material for the property that they're trying to build. and they're not seeing you, they're not hearing you. But when it's election time come, that's when they're seeing you and they're hearing you. And I believe that that is what it should come down to. That when it is time to dirty the finger, that people should be able to look and say, well, boy, you see this man? If you know what this man help out the cricket team, the football team, the girls and them who had the problem, who had to get lessons, the young fellas and them who had to get some books, who had to get parts for the bicycle to do cycling. That is what it should come down to. And it shouldn't be the color of your hair or the type of your hair or what jersey you come along in. It shouldn't be that at all. So ignore the 6.5 of them who on the radio and trying to tell you, vote for this one and vote for that one. Nah, let it be based on what they have done, not what they plan to do, what they have done in your vicinity. I thank you.
Thank you, caller. Folks, I want you all to listen to this. Take a listen to this. This is not from a court in Trinidad and Tobago, you know, but listen to this, right? And then the last video is going to be like from the Privy Council. Take a listen.
All right, so get this. We're diving into some serious financial intrigue coming straight out of Trinidad and Tobago.
Ooh, sounds juicy.
It is, imagine this, a government watchdog,
Yeah.
you know, the Auditor General,
Right.
uncovers this massive budget discrepancy and then suddenly faces scrutiny from the very government she's supposed to be auditing.
Oh, wow. Talk about a plot twist.
Yeah, right.
So what kind of discrepancy are we talking about here?
Well, that's the crazy part. We're looking at a $2.6 billion understatement of revenue in the 2023 public accounts.
Whoa, 2.6 billion. That's not chump change.
No, not at all. And it's not just the number itself. You know, it raises serious questions about transparency and accountability at the highest levels of government.
Absolutely. And I bet this Auditor General is not too happy about it.
You got that right. Her name is Jawanti Ramdas, and she didn't even receive the accounts by the January 31st deadline.
The statutory deadline?
Yeah, exactly. And get this, she was given a revised set after she'd already finished auditing the first set.
Wait, so they changed the numbers on her after she was done?
Yeah, basically, can you imagine trying to do your job with the numbers constantly shifting beneath you?
It's like trying to hit a moving target. It's impossible to get a clear picture.
Exactly. And that really undermines the whole purpose of an audit, right?
It does. It completely undermines the process. How can you trust any of the findings if the numbers are constantly being revised?
And even after working with two different sets of accounts, Ramdas and her team couldn't reconcile the figures.
Wow. So there's still a discrepancy even after they tried to fix it.
Yep. So Ramdas, you know, doing her job, flags this massive issue in her report to Parliament.
Good for her. Someone has to call them out on this.
Right. But here's where it gets really interesting. Instead of addressing the problem,
They try to sweep it under the rug.
it kind of feels that way. Ministry of Finance, headed by Colm Imbert, who was also acting prime minister at the time, decided to launch an investigation.
An investigation into what?
To the Auditor General herself.
Hold on. They're investigating the person who found the problem, not the problem itself.
Seems a bit backwards.
Yeah. It's like blaming the messenger instead of addressing the actual message.
And that's exactly what Ramdas thought. She felt that this was a direct attack on her constitutional protections as Auditor General.
Right. Because her office is supposed to be independent, free from government interference.
Exactly. So she did something pretty bold. She launched a legal challenge against the investigation.
Wow. She took the government to court.
She stood her ground. Now, what happened next? Well, you'll have to wait for part 2 to find out.
Well, initially her challenge didn't go so well.
I never imagined it, but this morning trick made my husband surprised.
James, he rejected her application.
Why was that?
He argued that the Constitution didn't protect her from this specific type of investigation.
Interesting, but she didn't give up, right?
Oh, absolutely not. Ramdas is a fighter. She took her case to the appeal court, and they saw things differently.
Okay, so they sided with her.
Exactly. They said, yeah, this lawsuit can move forward, and that basically stopped the investigation into her and her whole office right then and there.
Wow, so the investigation was completely halted.
Well, for her and her office, at least. The government, though, they weren't too happy about this.
I can imagine.
They appealed this decision, and took the whole thing all the way up to the Privy Council.
Whoa, to the Privy Council.
Yep, the highest court of appeal for Trinidad and Tobago.
That's a big deal. So what do they have to say about all this?
Well, in the end, they dismissed the state's appeal.
So they agreed with the appeal court.
Basically, they upheld the decision.
Yeah.
You know, they said, yes, the Auditor General is allowed to challenge this investigation.
Okay, so she had the right to take them to court.
Exactly. But here's where it gets really interesting. Okay, so during the proceedings, the Privy Council, they straight up asked why Finance Minister Colmember wasn't being investigated.
Whoa, wait, they asked that themselves?
They did. The Privy Council, like the highest legal authority for Trinidad and Tobago,
Yeah.
they basically said, why aren't you looking into the guy responsible for these accounts?
That's a huge statement to make.
It is. It wasn't just some offhand comment. The fact that they even brought it up changes everything.
It completely shifts the focus, doesn't it?
It does. It's like they're saying, hold on a second, maybe we should be looking at the finance minister here.
It's almost like they're implying that he's the one who should be under scrutiny.
Right. And that has huge implications for accountability and transparency within the Trinidadian government.
So what happens next? Does this set a precedent for how these kinds of situations are handled in the future?
It very well could. I mean, the case is still ongoing, but the fact that the highest court is allowing the Auditor General to challenge the investigation, and they're even prompting questions about the finance minister's role, well, it sends a very powerful message.
Like, you can't just silence the watchdog when it barks at the wrong person.
Exactly. This case really highlights the crucial role of independent bodies like the Auditor General in ensuring that public funds are used responsibly and that even high-ranking officials are held accountable.
This Privy Council intervention feels like a huge victory for transparency.
It is, and it could be a turning point in how we view financial accountability, not just in Trinidad and Tobago, but potentially in other countries as well.
It feels like we've gone way beyond just some accounting error, you know?
Yes, much bigger than that.
This whole thing really highlights just how important it is to have a strong Auditor General, someone who can really hold the government accountable.
Absolutely.
Right.
We're like the public's eyes and ears, making sure our money is being used responsibly.
Exactly. And if they can't do their job without fear of, you know, reprisal, then what kind of accountability do we really have?
Mr. Rangan, the board does not need to hear your submissions. Thank you. The board, in view of the importance of this issue politically in Trinidad and Tobago, is prepared to state the outcome of the appeal and give its reasons afterwards. In short, the test for arguability is a low test, and as Mr. Mendes recognized, he needed a knockout blow to show that the Court of Appeal was plainly wrong in making its decision, and the board is not satisfied that that has been shown. Leave was granted on the pleaded grounds, and the question of arguability will be heard if the judicial review proceeds on the merits. Therefore, the Court of Appeal's order will stand, and as I say, the board will state its reasons as soon as practicable. The board would like to thank everyone for their work in presenting the papers and submissions for this appeal. And the board would like to acknowledge, Mr. Mendes, your skillful and helpful presentation.
Most homeowners have it somewhere in their house. It's that one bad window.
Sorry, an entirely even-handed terms of reference might have identified the minister's conduct, because she says, rightly or wrongly, that she felt she was being bullied and coerced into signing the accounts in circumstances where that understatement hadn't properly been reconciled. And what's more, the 780,000 that was first identified as part of the understatement was never reconciled.
And the minister is interested to find out.
But why doesn't the term of reference say, just as it identifies the Auditor General, why doesn't it say, please investigate the minister's behaviour?
Well, that's a good point, milady. But it does.
That would have been an even-handed term.
Well, it does say to investigate the Auditor General's response to the attempts to bring this to her attention.
Well, that's looking at her conduct. I'm interested to know to what extent the minister's conduct is going to be investigated, because if this was genuinely an even-handed investigation that wasn't designed to deflect the blame away from the minister and onto the Auditor General, it might have been
it would be more even-handed to say, investigate the actions of the minister and investigate the actions of the Auditor General, since they seem to be, in some ways, the main antagonists, if that's the right word, or participants in these series of events. But curiously, the minister is not singled out, but the Auditor General is. It might be said.
The minister has made up his mind, as it were, about the conduct of the Auditor General.
Well, in the grounds for bias on page 60 of the electronic report, at paragraph 105, the allegation is that the minister is charged with ministerial responsibility for his ministry. The investigation concerns errors and maladministration on his watch. And he has defended the conduct of himself and his officials and disingenuously sought to shift the blame to the Auditor General. That would be an improper purpose for an investigation, wouldn't it? If you were targeting an Auditor General in order to shift the blame away from your own conduct. That's part of the bias ground. It's under the heading grounds for bias.
Milady, I'm having great difficulty responding to the board because, as I've been repeating, we answered a case that was put before the court.
This is the case.
Sorry?
No, this is the case.
Tommy boy, we cannot forget about the Privy Council and bring the CCJ to Trinidad and Tobago. We just cannot. We cannot. We just cannot.
We're in trouble.
Tommy, say that again. Your mic was mute. No. It's on mute now. It's on mute.
I said if that was a corrupted court, we'd be in trouble.
Correct is right. If that was the CCJ in Trinidad and Tobago, and Prime Minister Rowley then was in charge, you know what would have happened to that court. Look, the man can't even answer the questions. He can't even, and he's a senior counselor now.
Yeah, because he has no leg to stand on.
And he knows that too, you know. He knows that, you know. You can't go and tie up them people up in England, boy. Because they're not biased, you know. They're not biased.
They're very objective.
They're objective. And that's all the people of Trinidad and Tobago want, objectivity. But with this PNM government, you don't get objectivity, you get subjectivity.
But I don't blame the government, I blame the people, because people are politically dunce. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. We have a bunch of political dunce in the country, and the fourth estate has dropped the ball instead of holding their feet to the fire.
Well, forget about the fourth estate. Forget about them.
The night I gave Mr. Anselm said to me, well, you know, see there, Mr. Anselm.
Yeah.
How much we paying that attorney?
Plenty money.
And he's talking about a case. So he didn't know he was in the actual case talking to just now. He talking about next case.
He didn't even know what he was talking about.
But Mr. Anselm, there's an embarrassment. How much you paying this man? $10,000 an hour?
Boy, plenty money, you know.
And you know what's the funny thing? I know you play all this, so I don't understand we talking about the Attorney General. And you know, none of them PNM supporters won't say, yes, let me investigate
Colin. Yep. Nah.
None of them won't say to investigate. You know, they believe what you say, but so the question that I ask yourself, if the numbers is wrong, what the Auditor General have to gain from giving wrong information?
Say that
it's
again.
Not like she had the money in she pocket. She just calling the numbers as what she see, what she get, and then when they give her the numbers, they send back a next set of numbers for her to deal with two set of numbers. And people in Trinidad still talking about the $10 million fire truck and life support. They talk about $2.6 billion and they don't want him but to be investigated.
Distractions, all distractions.
I'm telling you, look on listening.
Yeah, man, bless.
All distractions.
Anyway, yeah, Tommy, it's sad. Breaking news: the TTPS will host a press conference at 11 a.m. on Friday morning. Maybe we might have a new commissioner of police. Breaking a news article from Unwind TT. Top cop ex-SSA head arrested in SOE crackdown.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, these are all distractions.
Yeah. Will detention of opposition politicians follow next? Commissioner of Police Ula Haywood Christopher have been placed under arrest and is undergoing rigorous questioning as part of an investigation into the alleged importation of 2 high-powered sniper rifles. The commissioner arrest. Go ahead.
I want to know why the main focus isn't the $2.7 billion that is unaccounted for, and that the Privy Council insists that the finance minister needs to be investigated. Why isn't that the top news story?
But Tom, you know that's not gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. They're not gonna run that as a news story. They're not. Let's take this call. COP, welcome.
Wall Street and Uncle Tony, good night.
Good night.
Wall Street,
yeah.
That senior counsel that lose that appeal there, he'll work for $22.50 hour, you know. He'll work for $17.50 hour, you know. The money them make over there, them could buy $1 million property in your country where you living after them case, you know.
Yep.
And that's the type of money they're taking taxpayers' money and fighting, losing battle, you know. They know they're going to lose. You hear what the man say? The minister make up his mind already about the Jayanti Lakshmi, you know.
Yep.
He make up his mind. The appeal matter, you know. He didn't understand. Look, why it is the Prime Minister Wall Street? It take action yet, and the Minister of Finance. How? How the Prime Minister take action and the Minister of Finance yet? Why it is the police service not investigate and launch an investigation? How it is as aspiring Stuart Young, they say, well, look, hear that judgment and say, no, this Minister of Finance supposed to be investigated because of his ministry and all the tax he raised. That is why all those money was going. We believe he raised all those taxes, and we just don't believe it's $3 billion. We believe every quarter of the year they thief money from our treasury, billions of dollars. How do you think we catch me aunt, uncle, and the poverty rate going up, and the Norris statistic going up, and then bank account getting fat. Yes, good night to you and the family. All straight, bye.
Yeah, man. Oh, you know something? I'm gonna finish reading that. Okay, hold on. Oh, so listen to this, eh? The guy, boy, so much story coming through. I'll go get back to that story there. This is from News Source. So This Dalrymple for Diego Martin Northeast story have more in the mortar than the pestle. Sources have indicated that a senior government official urged him to submit his letter of interest, even though the nomination deadline was past due. He was assured that he still had time to apply because there was no screening date set yet. He was told he just needed to get the nomination paper in, and he set for screening. Tong says that since Monday, the very deadline date for nominations to be in, senior people in the party have been encouraging current senators in the government to try and secure nomination at the last minute to contest the seat. Both senators refused, saying the request was unprincipled. Why, at this 11th hour, decide to remove someone with Imbu's track record as an MP and legislator? By the way, all you know news source is Colin Bud source, right? We should know that. Why someone so young with no connection or track record whatsoever to the constituency supporting Colin Bud? What is the reasoning behind their behavior? I am attaching the bios on both candidates for you to read and compare. Just imagine. She won Colin Bud. I mean, them just up to nothing good, man. Let me see if I could finish reading this article here. Folks, put your closing comments in the chat as well. Send your closing notes. I want to finish reading this article. Where did I get it? I got it from. Oh, here it is. Okay. The commissioner's arrest at the office this morning following a similar pre-dawn raid at the home of former Strategic Service Agency Director Roger Best, where he was also arrested. Trinidad and Tobago is under a state of emergency, which gives powers to the National Security Minister to issue orders for the arrest of anyone. It is understood that Deputy Commissioner Suzette Martin is politically favored ahead of Deputy Commissioner Junior Benjamin to take charge of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service following the arrest of their boss. Rumors are also circulating that the detention of targeted opposition politicians, certain business people connected to the opposition United National Congress, lawyers, social media activists, and one or two journalists who are on a politically motivated arrest list are likely to follow as the governing People's National Movement seek to arrest its sliding chances at being re-elected in the impending general election. What, boy, Tommy? Social media activists, boy.
They're gonna arrest the way to our victory.
Yeah, Tommy. Say that again, Tommy.
They're gonna arrest their way to a victory.
Yes. Tommy, no, I can't go Trinidad self.
That's a plan.
No, I can't go Trinidad.
What a plan.
Yeah. So Tommy, this is what a PNM educationers do for you. Look at these spelling, eh? Hold on, let me take this call. Yeah, KFC.
Good night, Mr. Washington. I sent you two video there.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I waiting for the bus in Sarah. Me and my two friends and the boss lady, you know. So they sent out the bus from City Gate full. But I'm a 2-year-old daughter. Nobody want to get up in the bus. I said, driver, here what's going on? Organizer see the food for my baby there and bus there sit on me. Driver doesn't want the bus for a while. Make somebody get up, take his share seat. What should I do in the back of the bus, sit down on the bottom side of the bus with my next daughter, you know? The bus, you see the bus pack was shit all over the back. People say about the driver who sitting on the ground in the bus. This bus system really crash. Everything else government crash, man. Watch it and see it.
Yeah, go watch it.
But one more thing, I see a big belly man walking in a bell bottom pants. and a big shirt and a young. And I bet with that man, that's the PLM pastor. That's my point then.
I don't know who that is. I know it.
He go down with the French PLM rotation down with.
Yeah, I know it is.
I was you know, that real action, I think, all it to some So should water here on the phone problem. I love to. What should tell me to call them that I open and them to call them. Them is no pressure. Them is suffer poor people. I'm wicked and evil and I get burn out. I call them, I want to call them the evil. I got.
Yeah, man. Tommy, watch this, eh? I didn't get this still one for this, but 2 wrong spellings, eh?
Murder table on TikTok. So as you can see behind me, we are at the Grand Chemin Fishing Center. I always say fishing facility, but the D is missing in the Grand. But that is a story for another time. What we're here to discuss.
That is a P&M education. That's what you get for your education in P&M. The Caspel Avenue and the Caspel Grand. Yeah, that's the way it is. Facts is facts. You mean somebody couldn't double check that before we go? But we had to play a song before we go, right?
No more rain. No more rain. No more rain. No more rain. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way. We want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley. Bye bye. Bye bye Rowley. Bye bye. We're not watching for you. We tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the law, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not watching for you. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not watching for you. No more rain. No more rain. No more rain. No more rain. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you.
There you have it, boy. Another song we're making very popular here. Let me see if I could get in some of these comments in the chat here. Jason Nesbitt, told me that your family?
It's my son.
Oh, Jason, welcome. Welcome, Jason.
It looks like another Jason because my son don't spell his last name that way.
Oh, they were asking you. Helena P&M handbasket, Uncle Tommy. See the vexing in your voice, boy. Vexing in your voice. CJ say Gordon has at a banker for KPB. Same narrative on other programs. You have at a banker for yourself too, eh? CJ say you get his notification. He had to go. Tommy Volsang wants you to know, bear in mind, Gordon attends mass every day on the Mugabe station. We must bear with him. Oh, God. That's a good one, Volsang. Eliza UNC, that's why they did it, you know. Oh, God. Injustice, Tommy, I share your sentiments about the Gordon guy. I'm sick of tired of him. The reason why I stay away from the program sometimes. Nah, you gotta listen. You gotta listen to them when they make a fool of themselves. Tommy, you hear the Bible verse you read?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know, eh? See, Prasad says Wall Street, the reason why people in Governmental is like that, they say what you see is that what you reap. This is what Williams saw. Jenny, welcome. The piano unraveling, evil has come to an end. Yeah? Cameron Murray says all the PNM and the UNC reject do is blame Kamala and what the woman and the UNC, but how the government is dealing with the issues in the country. Kamala and the UNC have no power in this country. I know joke.
Exactly. Makes
That's
us even mentioning them.
yeah. I know why them want to beat up the opposition. Them not in power. Wall Street, but they were saying in the chat that they should put pell toilet paper at him. Yeah, they were pell toilet paper at him. Man sing a good calypso. Yeah, they were pell toilet paper. Man sing a good calypso. That calypso should make it to the big yard. Maybe it was their parents who pelted Dizzy in Town back at Skinner Park. Ria, welcome. Wall Street, the law told Imbut lawyer that this is the case she should have sold you. Is an idiot. They put Ola in the higher to question, eh? Okay. Tommy, there for you. Uncle Tommy, I share your sentiments about this Gordon guy. And nice sometimes terrible on the show. I love this program, but cannot stand this Gordon. He get too much airplay and dominates the show sometimes. Yeah, man, you know, you give a lot of people equal time. Albert Montano, welcome. Albert Montano. Aisha like abuse. She cannot help herself. She like an addiction. It takes many years to cure, but yeah, Aisha like abuse. I mean, I could say I was like that too, but he talking so stern for Bible first. Well, yes. Caribbean show, good evening. Albert Montano, last night I was watching the Black Hawk crash in the American Airlines from 9:05 p.m., just a few minutes after the crash. What? Wall Street stop lying, Troops? Why lying about? Why PNM act like Gordon is never aware? You know, when you drink that Balize Kool-Aid is a different thing, you know. Stuart is perfect than Walls. That lady was disrespectful. Is he more than you, sir? Did he say the same thing Mr. JW said? Tell me. Fat Soul, welcome. Why do black people bother to vote when they can only worsen their status quo? Johnny say Wall Street, they exchange one master for the next. Albert Montano said, Professor Ansem, I told you about 8 years ago that Dr. Keith Rowley was the Rottweiler, was training Stuart Young for the political leader of the black people. Okay. Okay. Albert said, Anselm, you told me in the air that will never happen. Oh, God. He calling me out too, boy. Caribbean Soul says in Trinidad, as soon as person hold your ass, you're arrested. Jeep, that's in the UK, we is Trini. Keep that in the UK, we in Trini, all right.
He said he knows the PNM better than plenty people, which is true. He does.
The PNM doesn't have plenty independent thinkers. I'll keep saying that. Plenty stupid people in the PNM. I came to find that out. Yeah.
Well, it's sad but true.
Yeah. Is it PNM beautiful Aisha Wells on the line? Yeah, that was Aisha Wells on the line. PNM as they come, boy. PNM could abuse you and she stay in PNM. If you're communicating with Redbirds, maybe stop smoking a brand away. What? He lie. Sorry, untruth. All right. What about Miss Plenty? This coming, boy. Mean Jean said, good night, Aisha. Darren Red, welcome. I see the police commissioner being questioned over sniper. Oh God, boys, plenty comments she missed it.
Yeah, well, that police commissioner questioning and stuff is working. It's working. It's diversionary tactics at work because there's, as far as I'm concerned, there's a much more important issue that has to be addressed forthwith. Do you think the Port Estate is onto that? No. What they're doing is wasting our time.
What? Some people come out when you hear black people. What? When all you just free to talk about all your own. All you just free to talk about how all you're suffering under the PNM, under Prime Minister Rowley. Folks, you're going for a quick break. We'll be right back.
And how they're stealing the state patrimony from right up under them and
they ain't saying nothing.
And have them look the other way. They're making sure them to look the other way all the time. And this time, more so again with this Ola Christopher issue and debacle. When we know good and well that the law lords in London point to the fact that monies, huge, large sums of monies are missing and unaccounted for, and somebody has to be brought to bear for it. But yet, they ain't even thinking about that.
All right.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. So, folks, we missed a lot of the comments tonight, because we was playing a lot of videos. We played quite a few videos tonight. Was Imbut asked to resign in cabinet today, or is this just a rumor? I don't know. Ms. Santa Cruz said, well said, Professor. World Education Day meant nothing to the PNMites. Professor, they always look for someone to blame for their failure. So blame Kamala. Yeah, them not blame Kamala for everything. Everything is to blame Kamala, blame Kamala. That's all the PNM could do, Closing comment.
She's responsible for the $2.7 billion shortfall too.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, KFC.
Hi, good night, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy, man. What a nice program today, man. Until Sunday meet again, man. Mr. Good night to the Queen of Talk. Good night to Wall Street, Brooklyn, and all the strong UNC activists and keeping up the fight. Aisha going back home?
Yeah, she going back home.
Otherwise, she's singing so.
Yeah.
She's crying inside and so.
KFC, like, you send she some bone out.
And she's singing like she got a bone, man. She's singing like she crying with her friend too,
Huh?
But you know that, yeah. She know we can't even repair them, but she just hold on now. She hold on to straws. As I say today, go long road from Maga go tent.
Yep.
I look up until Sunday meet again. Blessed love to everybody who looked on listening.
Yeah, man, bless. Yeah, we say Ramsey was in. That I tell you, I miss plenty of them, Coach Boy. Good evening, gentlemen. This is Sergeant Ramsey. Unfortunately, the police commissioner was put in a bad position, and because of her inexperience of dealing with issues like this, she was unable to politically correct in supporting her fellow officers. Ramsey said, "I just make you the
commissioner."
Yeah, Fox's down to the 2.5 million is accounted for.
Yeah.
Jairat Singh, the PNM wanted the Auditor General to cook their books for them, and she refused to be bullied by input and the PNM. That's correct. That's absolutely correct.
Fox Islam must say that it's accounted for.
The 2.5 billion.
I thought it was 2.7 billion that the anyway, Fox Islam, you're on a different scene.
Yeah. That wherever they came to eat drink. Kevin says that attorney should give up his silk and resign as an attorney. What a shame. How much money we pay for that rubbish? That fella ain't look good at all, boy. Douglas Benders have no shame, knowing damn well that they have lost. But taxpayer money are them dotish. Lisa, welcome. Yeah, just running through these things here quick.
You have many other Fox Islam out there, who believe that
plenty,
wrong.
Plenty of them.
They believe Buddha can't do nothing wrong. He's right in everything he does, even if he's stealing the entire treasury.
Yep. So, folks, my closing comment. Them fellas and them man who testicular fortitude, boy. What do I get them to read? And I don't think that does give Fox and them anything to read, doing.
No, they have a script.
Huh?
They have one script that they're working with right through.
Yeah. One script. And the script doesn't make sense.
How we gonna make that?
Wait now. Look what P&M Rock say. Nah, boy.
So you can't sleep forever, you know.
So you think Rock waking up?
He's got to eventually.
You think he go turn in his P&M card? You think he go turn back his P&M card that he went home to re-up?
Even PNMites will come to realize what's going on.
All right.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, boy. Rock waking up, boy. What? Time for Imbo to go full stop. Rock. You think Rock drink or eat something today, Tommy? Different?
Rock knows that you can't give a taxi driver a plane and say taxi that down the runway.
Hi. Here's my closing comment.
Today is Thursday, January 30th. In this moment of reflection, I come to you with a heart full of gratitude and humility. I thank you for each day that has passed, for the lessons learned, and for the blessings received. I know that in every challenge there is an opportunity for growth, and in every difficulty, your presence is my safe refuge and eternal strength. I pray for those who are facing storms in their souls and bodies, that they may find in you the relief and hope they need. May wounded hearts be restored, and may those who feel lost find the path illuminated by your truth and divine wisdom. May I have the wisdom to leave behind what does not strengthen me, and the courage to embrace new opportunities with faith and confidence. May every step I take today be guided by your will, and surrounded by your peace and infinite grace. I thank you for your unconditional love, which sustains and strengthens me. May I be a beacon of hope for those who cross my path. May this day be filled with joy, love, gratitude, kindness, patience, and serenity. Amen.
From where I said, this is it. The clock on the wall said, that's all I like to say, but I've got to remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Brooklyn, quick, you have a minute. You have a minute. Yeah.
In a minute, I'll be quick. I really say Rock waking up. Rock only want Amber to go. But Rock ain't waking up at all. And the Rock don't have no mugger balize juice, so the Rock have a whole tank. Rock making sure he have a whole tank. He tank full of balize juice. So don't get tired about Rock waking up. When I was small, I tried to plant a rock to see more rock would I grow. I end up with the same rock.
Yeah.
Tommy, don't say Rock can't wake up at all.
All right.
He said Rock have a tank of Balize juice. Go ahead, Tommy.
All right. My first is from H. Jackson Brown Jr. And it goes like this. Don't forget, a person's greatest emotional need is to feel appreciated. Like I always say, you, Mr. in the mirror, you have to become that change you want to see. However, if you look in the mirror and don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. See you, God willing, on Sunday. Till then, good night.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome.
Can you read it, please, from the King James, Joel 2:13, and tell me if I'm lying? Can I read that? I read it already.
Amazing. Amazing. But not surprising. Many of us listen to radio between 10 and 15, 2010 and 2015, between 2015 and 2020. And some of us are still there, 2020 to 2020. They are in the governance of Trinidad and Tobago and taxpayers' dollars paying them. They're not there for free. And they were there before. And people who are in touching distance of them said a whole lot of things about them. So if they say all these things about them, what should I do? Ignore it? Should I just ignore it? Tell me. So for a caller to say, we don't want to hear about the opposition leader. We only want to hear about what happened with this woman now, the top cop. Run it. Isn't that some kind of quote from the book of Doe-Tuishness? I thought we want to hear all truths that are relevant. Right? Because if you tell me all you want to hear about is the PNM, the PNM, the PNM, and the PNM Bacanara, and the PNM Kucho, and the PO Janjat, that's all you want to hear about, then that tells me where you are at. That tells me where you are at. But I will stop there for now, because I want you to think again and pray for God answers. Yeah?
I'm waiting for this voice note here from KFC. Hold on. Yeah. Miss Santa Cruz, you're right. Hey, Tommy, look, Althea come. She come late. Althea, where you going? Another one of the PNM triplet.
Mr. She close you up with the cab, so rolling your turn now.
Yeah.
Wicked man, boy.
We go get that one.
And Bird and Stuart Young and them. It's all Stuart Young, our black people. They can't even talk to their own black brothers and sisters. Evil, wicked PNM. All should bless.
Yeah. Oh God, boy. Rock vex, boy. Rock said this is so childish, Caribbean, so grow up. Oh God. He vex. All right. Let me give you closing quotes from the chat now. Let me see. Anna says, you may not get caught for everything you do, but you will pay for everything you have done. I know reading that thesis by we got a limit. That's a thesis. I ain't reading that thesis. Closing comment: if people must go to the government website to get answers to what the MP plan to do, the MP should not be walking around to solicit votes. He should be on the website.
Exactly.
Oh God,
Exactly.
That's a good word, though.
Exactly. He shouldn't be walking around if you can't talk to him. Then he should be if he had to go to the website to get the information.
That's a very good one. That is true. That's very true. Mr. Intellect, just a blessed night, everyone. Don't be distracted by the heron trying to distract. No, he's absolutely correct.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's absolutely correct.
The focus, people off talking about the past instead of what is today, what is really going on.
Yep.
Because in London telling us what to do, and we ain't even paying that no mind because we so busy talking junk.
Correct is right. Look what they're trying to tell us, Tommy. Right? They have no biases in London. They're speaking truth to power, just like we do here.
That's it.
But they don't want to listen to them.
No, they don't want to listen. Because if you listen to them, you're playing into the hands of the UNC.
Yeah.
The UNC is Trinidad and Tobago we're talking about. The citizenry patrimony. Yeah. All we had to do is listen to Mr. Joseph.
Yeah, boy. He's a lost soul, boy. He lost. There's no hope for him. Lisa says, closing quote, let's make Trinidad great again. Vote out this evil, wicked PNM government. There is no hope for Gordon Joseph and God. Well, there is some hope for Patty, but Gordon Joseph, forget about it. Cancel Christmas. There's no hope for him. Maybe Althea, there might be some hope for Althea too. So, folks, we're gonna go out with this one, boy. There's a big one. Kurt Allen, the last version of Calypso, boy. MPNM people love this song too bad. They love it. Tommy, I know they love it. They love it. You don't think they like it, Tommy?
Of course they do.
They love it, but they don't want to say nothing. They don't want to say anything. So, folks, we are going to give you Kurt Allen to go, and we are going to see you on Sunday. Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street from 1 to 4 p.m. our time. And that is 1 to 4 p.m. Trinidad time as well.
Up to 3 U.S. time.
Right. We are out of here. Later.
At the end of the legal limits of this term, I will resign this office and go off to my family.
Before you go, before I can run away, I wanna fly. Before you go, before you think you'll get away. Well, you began in the Senate of opposition and waited your turn. Then with Manning as your PM giving directions, you studied and learned. You paid attention to Robbie Pandekambla, observed all their mistakes. So there is not one excuse that you can make, none that we can take. Cause we give you a turn to ride in DPM1 motor car. You change the whole interior with propaganda, it's smelling drunk, sour. We gave you 2 turns as PM of the station. So now it's my Creole obligation to give you a turn before your resignation. Remember, it's we who call Eric Duffy. We call Chambers Duncy. It's your turn now. It's me who beat Robbie like a Bobali. It's your turn now. So if we say you are a bully, don't take it personally. Your turn now. Go tell your friends and your family, it comes with the duty. It's your turn now. Do not believe that we are afraid to call a donkey a ass or a spade a spade. We will pepper you like a chow, Dr. Row. It's your turn now. Before you go, before you pack and run away, I wonder what the penny and then we have to say. Before you go, before you think you'll get away, you tell the world you go lock, call the heart up. Once you get the vote. You say the buck is going to stop at the TP top when you took your oath. The airport scandal section 34 email gate. Like a raging bull, you declared war and we took the bait. But since you get your turn, nobody at jail for corruption. Since you get your turn, no members of the opposition in prison. Since you get 2 terms, you promise to set things right. White collar crime you vow to fight, but is a set back with no fight. Remember, it's we who call Pandy racist. We even call him rapists. Your turn now. Silver fox end up in jail till he come out looking frail. Your turn now. So if we say your government represents the 1%, your turn now. Really rich get richer. The poor man in the gutter. Your turn now. Do not believe your powers of Lekato could overthrow the power of a calypso. The ancestors wouldn't allow Dr. Rao. Your turn now. Before you go, before you pack and run away. So much unemployment, but still you raise your pay. Before you think you'll get away. I remember deceased Patrick Manning named you Rot, the Rottweiler, because every car that passed around the corner, you chased down the tire. Political battles that came your way, you stood up and fought. And when they came with their slander and their hearsay, you took them to court. So we gave you a turn to guard, protect and defend the treasury. We gave you a turn to secure the national security. We gave you 2 turns to be the mastermind. Reduce violence and crime, but murder's at the highest of all times. Remember, it's we who call Manning Emperor. We call him a dictator. Your turn now. We treat patos like a louse. Kick him out by Lise House. It's your turn now. So if we say you are a puppet, you're lying in him but pocket. Your turn now. And with your shining bald head, we find your dread and natty dread. Your turn. Well, do not believe because you brought Manning down, you could do the same with the Calypso crown and then act holier than thou. Dr. Rowe, your turn now. Before you go, before you pack and run away. It's well-washing behavior, just as Patrick said. Before you go, before you think you'll get away. After 45 years of public service, you deserve arrest. So you anointed as you're that too young to try with the best. Now we hearing that your support base having real problem. Next election, they voting for a caring face to sit at the helm. Cause you fail in your turn to diversify the economy. Yes, you failed in your turn to create a real creative industry. You failed in your turn to be a superstar. Legalize marijuana and make Fitzgerald the line minister. Remember, it's we who call Kamala Trunka. She's smoking marijuana. Your turn now. Well, you say what's that? You talk about she cat. No! So if she talk about your father and the young thing that you slaughter. But wait, did I mention your $1 million pension? Well, do not believe you invincible or that youngster is really capable. Look, I hope that you don't get vexed, but young Stuart, it's your turn next. Before you go, before you pack and run away. Well, now you know I what the people have to say. Before you go, before you